Matthew and Luka here from MiniWarGaming.com, and in today's Warhammer 40k Battle Report, I'll be playing the new Tyranid Codex against Luka's Space Wolves. And for all of you wonderful Vault members out there, I will be reprising my role as Hive Mind, bringing the Tyranids from the new Codex, and Kenny will be joining us with the Deathwatch that is in the MiniWarGaming Vault at the link below.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
I've decided that as I play the Tyranids, I want to go through each of the Hive Fleets and build kind of custom to that Hive Fleet. So for the first one, I'm going to do Hive Fleet Kronos. I did the Leviathan in the First Impressions Battle Report, so you can go back and watch that for last Saturday. And that was a lot of fun. It has a lot of flexibility. But Kronos is all about shooting and anti-psychers. It also makes your psychers slightly better too if you really want to, but just depends on how you want to run it. I will be leading this whole thing with a Tyranid Prime, because I really like his Synaptic Enhancement, as we will see. Or his Synaptic Imperative, I should see. He's got a Direct Guidance Warlord trait, which lets him hand out a +1 to hit. And he's got a Gestation Sac. He's pregnant with Ripper Swarms. Boy! And so he'll be just running around and leading the horde. And then we've got 2 Tervagons with Adrenal Glands. One of them's got the Symbio Storm. This is a psychic power for Chronos specifically that gives +1 strength to a shooting attack. And the other one will have Catalyst for the 5 of Ignoring Wounds. Into our troop choices, we've got 2 maxed out units of Termagants with their Flesh Borers. These will be babysitting the Tervagon, or the Tervagon will be babysitting them. Not quite sure which way it works. You can't shoot the Tervagon though when there's at least 15 of these guys near them. And then we got a big unit of Tyranid Warriors with Death Spitters and 3 Venom Cannons. And some Scything Talons and Adrenal Glands too. Interesting fact here, when you bring a unit of Warriors, you can actually bring the Tyranid Prime without taking up a slot. I didn't need to do that because I only have 3 HQs, but it allows you to bring more HQs if you wanted to. We then go into some Pyrovors. I brought these last time and I want to try them again, especially in Chronos, because Chronos gives every ranged weapon +4 inches. And then on top of that, if I don't swap out the adaptive one, which I probably won't, if the target is in half range, there's an extra armor penetration, which is pretty gnarly when I think about it. Got 2 units of 3 Pyrovors. They will be riding inside of a Tyrannocyte, most likely. I can change my mind, of course. We have a unit of 3 Zoanthropes. I'm not too concerned about them being awesome at smiting. It's more like I like their Synaptic Imperative just to hand out that invulnerable save for one of the battle rounds. I give Neural Parasite just to do some damage if they wanted to. Most likely they'll just be smiting though. Then we've got 2 Exocrines. One of them has been upgraded with the adaptive physiology of Synaptic Enhancement to make it a Synapse creature. That'll allow me to keep my Synaptic Link on a little better. And it's also because I only had 10 points left over, and that's the only adaptive physiology that costs 10 points. Although I guess I could have dropped an Adrenal Gland here or there, but either way, that's what I want. It's cool. I like the idea of being a Synapse creature on an Exocrine to really be able to keep that Synaptic Link going for everything else. And that is my 2,000 points of Hive Fleet Kronos.
Taking a look at the Wolves, went with something very familiar here for myself and those watching. I'm not too sure what's going on with the Tyranids, so I'm going in blind. I want to bring stuff I'm confident with here. And leading it all, we do have a Primaris Wolf Priest on bike. We did upgrade him to become a Master of Sanctity because it's just fun to upgrade all the Space Marine characters to do cool Space Marine things. We are going to spend a Space Wolf stratagem on Warrior of Legend, giving him 2 Warlord traits. One must be from the Space Wolf book. So he'll be a Wise Orator. That's the Wolf Priest upgrade, Warlord trait. And then Saga of the Hunter, allowing him to advance and charge. So he's on a bike, moves around really fast. His own litanies are going to be selfish for himself. He'll have Mantra of Strength as well as the Exhortation of Rage. And he will be equipped with the Armor of Rust, giving him a better save and a little bit more durability when it comes to close combat, be it that he gets to fight first. And on to the other things. We do have a Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf. I don't really run this guy too often, so I figured I'd give him another chance, throw in this game here. We are going to make him a hero of the chapter, so he could have a Warlord trait as well. And we're going to go with Beast Slayer on this one, giving him a little bit more damage against monsters and vehicles. And Storm Shield Thunderhammer. And the Armor Indomitus, because we are going to take an extra relic from the chapter as well, giving him more durability in melee as well. As Space Wolves, what a surprise. We have a Primaris Rune Priest who's going to take from the Space Wolf Discipline, and he will know Murderous Hurricane and Storm Caller. Moving on to troops, 2 units of Assault Intercessors. One I upgraded with a Thunderhammer and Plasma Pistol because he was modeled that way, so what you see is what you get. The other one is just bare bones. 2 Infiltrator Squads because I do love guerrilla tactics. Put a lot of investments into our elites. Start off with the Blade Guard veterans, 5-man squad, no upgrades. 2 Redemptor dreadnoughts, equivalently upgraded, except one's got a macroplasma and one has a heavy onslaught. Otherwise, they have an underslung onslaught, stormbolters, and the upgraded rocket pod on their little carapace. And here we had a little bit more hesitation. We haven't run the Wolfen in a while, and I know you guys don't love them, but some of you do, so I'm doing it for those who do love them. We are gonna use the Cunning on the Wolf to keep them a little safe at first, so investing a lot more command points in them than I'd like to. We have a couple of Great Frost Axes and Thunderhammer Storm Shields in one unit, and then Thunderhammer Storm Shields and Frost Claws in the other unit, because I'm not too sure which one I like more, and they're both the exact same cost. And lastly, a mainstay for the Space Wolves I like to run the Thunderwolf Cavalry here, and we upgraded the Pack Leader to have Frost Claws, and everything else is what you see is what you get.
We are playing Tempest of War because that's our favorite way to play 40k right now. It is awesome. You should do it. It is so great. We are doing Search and Destroy for the deployment, which puts you in the table quarters, 9 inches from the center of the battlefield. Of course, there are 5 objectives on the table like every Tempest of War, unless you draw the one that makes you draw a 6th one. 1 in each deployment and then 3 in No Man's Land, which we've already placed, as you can see them here. The primary mission, which is in effect the whole game, is Burn and Raise. You get 5 victory points for controlling 1 or more objectives, and you also get 5 victory points for controlling more. Now, the other way to get more points is to perform the Raise objective action, and raise as in R-A-Z-E, not like raising it up. You're destroying it, basically. And you can only destroy ones that are not in your deployment, so the other 4. And it's an action to do it. Only 1 unit can do it at a time, and you get 5 victory points for destroying it. But then that objective is gone, so you have to be careful which ones you do this to. And for our mission roll, it's a fun one. It's called Vox Static. If we want to do a command point reroll, that stratagem costs 2 command points instead of 1, which I love because now I'll just never use it, because I never like doing command point rerolls. We are on this ruin jungle Tyranid infested thing. The mat is by Table War. All these ruins are from Games Workshop. These are Micro Art Studios, the Tyranid things. And then we got some aquarium terrain, that Greenleaf terrain, then repainted for us and made so they looked right for the scale. And don't forget, if you're a Silver Vault member, you can get discounts on over 50 different companies. Go to miniwargaming.com/silver discount to check that out. Even if you're not a Vault member, you can see what the discounts are. You just won't be able to see the coupon codes. And we want more guests, so go to miniwargaming.com/challenge if you're interested in coming in to see what the requirements are and to book a time to do so. Rolling off, Luka rolled a 3. Little preemptive there before I got the camera going.
Ready.
you were so ready.
Phil betrayed me.
All right, I win. Phil betrayed you. So I win the roll off. I get to choose. I'm going to choose the quarter that I'm in, of course. I like this quarter better. Seems to have objectives a little closer to it. So we'll get deployed now. And here is our deployment. I got a big tree in the middle here. So I've got Termagants on both sides, the Turbogon, and then just, yeah, you can see it's pretty straightforward with the Tyrannocyte and the Pyrovors in reserve. And then Luka's infiltrated some infiltrators.
Yeah, exactly.
And then everything else is trying to hide as much as they can, except Thunderwolf. They don't care.
That's the only thing worth noting, because the other infiltrators are just hanging out there. The Wolfen are using the Cunning of the Wolf, so I'm down at 6 command points. They're going to be showing up on turn 2 or 3.
And I didn't spend any command points.
12 to 6.
I've got 12 command points, which I will use, trust me. So we have finished deploying. In Tempest of War, it works like GT. You roll off, and the winner must go first. Do you want to go first or second?
Second, probably.
Yeah.
I think it's second, yeah. I got a 1. Uh-oh, that's good. I think that's
good.
There
you go. You're going second.
I seen the 1, I got scared. I'm like, no, wait.
So before I draw my 3 secondary cards, I have 2 things. First off, I can swap out my adaptive trait for another one, and I've already said I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to hold to that. And the second thing is that at the beginning of the battle round, I can choose a Synaptic Imperative. And so just a reminder for those that are not sure what that is, each different kind of Synapse creature, except for the one that I made Synapse because of the adaptive physiology, has a Synaptic Imperative. For example, the Turbogons is everybody gets +2 to move. The Zoanthropes is gives everybody invulnerable saves. The Warriors makes melee attacks do more hits on 6s. The Prime is that ranged weapons do, what is it? I think it was extra AP on 6s or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And so I can choose one of those at the beginning of the battle round, and everything within 6 inches of any of my Synapse creatures will have that, and it lasts for the battle round. And so because I'm going first, I'm going to choose a Turbogons one. So anybody within 6 inches of the Synapse creature gets +2 to their move. So it does mean that I'll be a little more exposed, because I won't have my invulnerable saves turned on yet.
But if you expose everything, I think, what do I shoot at?
Yeah, well, it's just nice when like Termagants have a 5-up invuln.
Oh, it is.
Because the Zoanthrope says gives monsters 4-up invuln and everything else 5-up invuln. So it makes it a much more survivable.
Ooh, monsters a 4-up?
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, so it's a really tough first turn, especially if you're playing Leviathan and all of a sudden you can't even wound things on better than 4s.
They can get all attacks or shooting attacks.
For what?
The shield.
All attacks.
That makes sense. They have it too themselves. Yeah. It's like barriers are neat.
Yeah, it is. Okay, and so now I'll draw my cards. So I've drawn 3 cards. I got Bring It Down. So you got to choose one of your model with the highest wounds, and you have 2 of the same, so you get to choose one.
I'll choose the further one.
Okay, so I have to kill that in order to get it. So I'll be
reasonable.
throwing that one away. Secure No Man's Land, which is hold 2 objectives in the center, which obviously I can do. Investigate Site is going to be harder. It's perform an action wholly within 6 inches of the center, which is roughly right here. And you have to not have any enemies within 6 inches, which right now is the case, but won't be after the first turn. So I've got 12 command points, so at the end of the command phase, I might throw away Bring It Down and just try to draw another one. Try to get as much an early lead as possible.
You were at 13, right? So.
Well, it's just that Redemptor, I definitely won't be able to kill it this battle round.
Right, but you could probably...
I might be able to pop it next turn, but that's a long ways away from holding onto that card.
Yeah, because once I identify him, he's locked in. That's when you have to kill, right? Okay.
Yeah, you have to pick the guy with the highest wounds, but if there's more than one, you get to pick. Yeah. So in the command phase, I can hand out a few things. The Tervagons each can hand out +1 a hit to Termagants in synaptic link range, so obviously we'll hand it out to each of those.
Nice.
This Tervagon will spawn 10 Gaunts once per game. They can do that without costing any points.
Each one can do it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They could each do it right now if they wanted to. I just don't really have a purpose yet for that one. Although it might be a good idea to spawn it, just because they have to do this or bring back 2d6 models. So
I see. Get it out of the way now.
So you know what? I am going to spawn it. So these both will spawn 10 Gaunts within 6 inches. I'm hoping that when I spawn these 10 Gaunts, I think it's going to be tight. I don't even know if it's going to be possible. They'll be able to move 8 inches because of the current synaptic imperative. Maybe they can get there and do the actions. Not sure. We'll see. And I think that's all my command phase stuff to do. Oh no, sorry. The Prime hands out something as well. Yeah, he'll hand out reroll 1s to wound to core. Not sure what the... You know what? I'm trying to think of what's going to actually even get any shots. Most likely will be these guys, so we'll just hand it to them. So they're currently +1 to hit, reroll 1s to wound. These ones are just +1 to hit. Although I could give it to the Exocrine. No, I don't think the Exocrines are core. Yeah, Exocrines are not core, which makes sense. Okay, so that is my command phase. I will spend 1 command point for the Tempest of War thing to throw away, Bring It Down, because I don't think that's any good. And I draw Assassinate instead, which is kill a character. All right, well that's no better.
Kill a character or Warlord, okay.
Well, it's more like if the Warlord was already dead, then you get it. Yeah. Or if somehow you can have a Warlord that's not a character.
That's what I was playing yesterday, and I saw that too. I was trying to think of an example, but I was kind of short on time.
There used to be.
Yeah.
That you could choose a Warlord. If you didn't have any characters, you could choose a Warlord.
You have to choose a model to be your Warlord.
But it wouldn't get a Warlord trait.
Right.
Maybe that's still in the rules somewhere, and they just are making it forwards and backwards compatible in case you're playing some old army somehow. I don't know. Whatever. If you could think of it, a good example of a current book that has warlords that aren't characters, leave a comment below.
Because I'm pretty sure you have to have like a legal army to play Tempest of War, so you have to have like one of the detachments that require characters.
No, the Tempest of War constantly says, if you're Battleforged, then this, if you're Battleforged, then this. So who knows? We'll go to movement. I'm going to do before and after just for this first one. It's essentially, we're going to be swarming up to grab all the center objectives. Oh, sorry, I got to place these 10. The 10 Termagants in each, and then we'll move them. This is the after, so interesting point. I was able to get them quite easily, actually, comfortably within 6 inches of the center. That's the center. Luka used whatever that die is. I don't even recognize it.
Archaic.
It's an archaic 30,000-year-old die. And it's pointing the wrong way too, so who knows. Anyways, so they will start the action, and I will be able to complete it, which is nice. But it does mean that they won't be able to shoot, so that's important. Everything else, like I wasn't really able to get these Termagants into any shooting range, so they're going to stay hidden behind here. You can take that now. The Exocrines are nice in range, and I got some Venom Cannons in range too. And I spawned these 10 Termagants and then put them over on that objective. So I am holding all 3 objectives in the middle. There is objective secured on 2 of them. But the units of 10 are not objective secured because they're not part of the detachment.
Yeah.
They are still Chronos, though. It does specifically say they're Hive Fleet Termagants, which I like that they specify. So there's no wondering about that. So let's go to the psychic phase. So interesting point, because I'm getting used to these new books.
It's something's very new for 40k.
Yeah, so there's some specifications here. Because they're not part of the detachment, they don't gain objective secured, but they also don't get the Hive Fleet adaptations, which in this case is the +4 inch movement and the extra AP. +4 inch range on their weapons.
Yeah.
But they still get the +2 to move because the synaptic imperative applies to the other Hive Fleet Hive Fleet models.
Yeah.
And it does specify in the Tervigon thing, when it says to spawn, that you're spawning 10 Hive Fleet Termagants, which in this case would be 10 Kronos. So there's still Kronos keyword.
It's like all the chaos players out there, like, of course, yeah, like this is
exactly how it works. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
I don't summon in 40k, all right? In AOS, it's way easier. It's just like, yeah, they're just not part of your starting army. The end.
Yeah, literally the end.
That's it. You still get the allegiance ability stuff. It's just things that say starting army stuff. Then you have to keep track of that. That's all. Okay, so that's my movement. Let's go to Psychic. This Tervigon over here knows Symbio Storm, which will give a unit +1 strength. And I don't know if I got it. Yeah, I needed a 7, so this is a failure. It's too bad. Well, not a huge deal in this case, because I don't think going from... Yeah, I don't think either weapons that are shooting at your Thunderwolf would go high enough to change it from a 3 to a 2. The other Tervigon knows Catalyst, and he gets it. Nice. Are you in range to try to deny that one?
No, nothing. I got no denials. He's way over here.
Okay, so I can pop it through all of my Synapse creatures.
Which is cool.
Choose any unit within the Synaptic link. And in this case, I'm going to put it onto these Termagants over here.
The big squad?
Yeah. Well, they're both big squads.
Oh, fair.
But it's not the little squads. Yeah. So this unit has a 5-up ignoring. Cool thing, these guys know Neuroparasite, which does mortal wounds to a unit. But I can bounce it through as long as you're within 12 inches of one of my Synapse creatures.
I think the coolest part about that is like this cannot deny it.
Yeah.
Because you could bomb the psychic powers from way back there at the back end of the table, and then all your denies would never be in range. So you're just taking the psychic powers no matter what.
Exactly. Now it doesn't work for Smite because Smite is
the
rulebook one, and it's like just nearest. But all the Tyranid ones are they're pretty much all a range or in Synaptic Link, which as long as I can link them through Synapse creatures within 12 inches, and then you're within 12 inches of the final one, I can put it on you, which is pretty cool. So I like that. Okay, so anyways, that's my Psychic phase. Pretty straightforward in this army. So into the shooting phase, I am going to perform an action with my Tyranid Prime because he's got a gestation sack on him.
He's like not even that big.
Yeah. You're about to see how, I kind of want to model it on him. This is a big sack of Ripper Swarms.
He's just like hanging off the back. It's like off his ankle or something.
Yeah, it's just like they're clinging onto him. So this normally it happens at the end of the shooting phase, but because it's not going to matter in this case, because he's not going to shoot and fail the action somehow, he spawns D3+1 Ripper Swarms. It's one unit of D3+1.
The whole base is, yeah. So
that's 3 of them. So there's stipulation is it's a unit of D3+1, in this case of 2, and they have to be within 3 inches. Look at that. Look what you could do.
Well, he just kind of poops them out as he walks on the battlefield.
Yeah, apparently. It's like, I'm not going to do that because it looks weird, and I'm already...
Well, it doesn't
achieve anything. Yeah. Like, if there was an objective, though, like if you think...
Right in the corner, yeah.
3 inches, because it's like 2 inches there, 2 inches there. If you got a 4th one, you could have a pretty long line. In this case, it looks weird. So I'm just going to put that. This will allow me to kind of keep these guys back and deny this area for Luka infiltrating.
Well, it's good for other, like when Matthew said objective, like he could like say he didn't have the movement to get to this objective. He could have moved there, performed the action, and then shot them forward to get that extra, essentially 6 inches.
Yeah, exactly.
Or more.
Yeah, you're going to get 2 at least, up to 4. So I got the average. Let's start with these. This warrior squad. The 3 venom cannons are in range thanks to the extra 4 inches. They're going to long bomb fire all the way over at your Thunderwolf cavalry. And do you have anything to do to react?
Nope.
Okay. Because there's 6 Thunderwolf, I automatically get 3 shots each.
Blast weapons.
Yeah. Now I wish that I gave them the reroll 1s to wound rather than these Termagants who won't be firing at all. But whatever. 3s to hit.
Oh no, they got a better BS too. Get out of here.
Yep. And strength 8, so 3s to wound. Not rerolling 1s.
Oh, well, let's not see any 1s.
I didn't.
Oh, there
okay,
you go.
So we've got 6 wounds. They're -2 each. What's your invuln on your guys?
These are 2-up saves, so they go to 4-ups.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to pass...
half of them.
That kills 1 and wounds another, down to 2. So we'll lose a chainsword and...
Oh, that's right, your shields aren't 3-up invulns anymore.
No, sir.
I'm still not used to that after all this time. Next up, we have this Exocrine who will fire. Now, I do have a command point stratagem that I can make it so that he ignores benefits of cover, which that part doesn't matter.
Got none of that.
But 6s do 2 hits instead of 1.
Ooh.
So I got 2 Exocrines to fire. So I think I'll fire the first one without using that and see how it goes. These are 3 damage, so a little bit of a waste against you, but I'm not going to complain. It has 6 plus D3 attacks.
It's a weird amount.
Blast.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have 11 models for it just to guarantee 9 shots.
Right.
So I'll just get 8 shots. So this one will be hitting you on 3s. Oh. Only half of them. And only 1 6, so I'm glad I didn't do that one. Wounding you on 3s, no rerolls here. We got 3 wounds. These are -4.
Oh, it's good to have fancy shields.
And they're 3 damage each.
And we're going to pass 2. That kills 1.
Finishes off the 1. Boop. See you later, alligator.
Okay, 4 left.
We've got, let's do this Exocrine next. And he will fire at them. So I will use a stratagem called Observer Organism. So what happens is there's like this little bug.
There's a bug somewhere.
No, it's on his back, and it runs up and has got a big eyeball with like a weird fleshy telescope. And he just looks through it, and now you don't get the benefits of cover, which you don't anyways.
I can only picture Oogleothorpe.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
And 6s do 2 hits. So 6 plus D3 attacks.
Ooh,
8 again.
8 again.
That's nice and average. 3s to hit.
In before 8 6s, let's go. I got A6.
So that's 8 hits.
Oh, it works.
Yeah, well, whatever. And then we're looking at 3s to wound, no rerolls. Oh, golly.
Okay, we'll take 7 saves.
7 of them, yeah. Can you spike your 4 up in
This could be the end of the Thunderwolf here. Oh, no, never
Just
mind.
1 Thunderwolf.
We lose a Thunderwolf. I'm not going to bother rerolling because it's 2 command points.
Yeah, it's 2 command points for a reroll. That's right, you're pretty low.
What do I lose? A Thunderhammer there?
Okay, before you decide to waste 2 command points, it'll bring him down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of single shot weapons
That's true,
that'll be in range and finish him off.
I'm not used to them having longer range.
Yeah.
I'll take the hit.
It won't be very many, but it could be enough to finish a 1 wound model off.
He goes down.
Don't waste 2 command points. I take that back. Only one of them's in range.
Only one?
Yeah, I thought I had like 6 or 7 in range, but I think I was a little more.
I see.
I didn't move forward as much. So, do you want to do the 2 command point reroll?
I do. Yeah.
Because
I'm down to 6. Now let him die.
Let him die?
Let him die,
Okay.
yeah.
Now watch this.
Hypothetically, I do want to do a hypothetical though. Good,
He would have
nice.
died. He would have died.
Bless.
You feel better?
I always do.
Well, that one turn again, I'm gonna hit you and wound you and make you feel even better.
Ooh.
Because that way you'll be like, yeah, see, it wasn't worth
Double gratification.
it. Yeah, so 3s to hit because they're currently buffed up from the Turbogon. Ah, look at that.
Oh,
see?
it's a
We
good
got
start for you.
Strength 5.
That's a good start for me too.
Strength 5. So
4s.
So 4s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. And of course, it's not the one that I gave reroll 1s to wound to. It's the one I can't fire at all. Okay, everything else is out of range because obviously you hit a lot of stuff. We've got some good obscuring on the table, which is what you're typically going to have in a game of 40k.
I hit what I could.
Yeah, I killed 3 Thunderbolts though. Now,
You killed one I cared about, yeah.
Is there any morale you have to worry
I'm
about?
going to roll it. I don't think there is, but I'm going to... actually, I know there's not because they used his leadership of 9, so they're A-okay.
Yeah, so they're fine. Okay, well that's fine. So I'm not going to be doing any charging, obviously, which is even more evident because you just rolled your morale. And so at the end of it, the action completes.
Nice.
Which means I get Investigate Site and Secure No Man's Land. And I'm going to throw away Assassination. No, see, to me it was still worth the command point because that cycles through 2 cards that I don't want to have to try to achieve.
Right.
So that's good for me. So Secure No Man's Land, so that's 10 victory points for me.
your secondary specifically.
Yes.
Well, for my objectives, I got secure No Man's Land, same thing
like
Matthew
me.
just got, so I got to grab 2 out of the 3 objectives there. Maybe hard, maybe not. We have no prisoners, which is kill 30 wounds worth of models because we're playing Strike Force. And then the last one is no retreat, comma, no surrender. So what
Never retreat. Never surrender.
Never retreat. Never surrender. So what we have here is not too bad. It means I can't fall back. There's a lot of things I can't do, but more importantly, if I start a normal move or an advanced move within range of an objective marker, that move cannot take me out of range of the objective marker, and that's completed at the end of Matthew's turn.
So what is in range of that objective marker?
So
obviously your Blade Guard veteran.
The Blade Guard veterans, the Wolf Lord, and I'm pretty sure this Redemptor Dreadnought.
So if they move or advance, they have to stay within 3 inches of it. Otherwise, you have to wait till next battle round to complete this objective.
Better believe it.
Yeah, and you can't fail a morale test, but that's not likely with your small squad.
Oh, and no falling back, but if he didn't say that already.
Yeah, you're not in range to fall back anyways, so yeah. So is the Dreadnought in? You call it.
You better believe he's in.
Oh, so he can like move over here. Now you can charge away. I was telling Luka this, like if these Blade Guard veterans came out here and you kept 1 in range, they could charge out. Because it says normal move in advance. So you're not totally dummied to stay there.
What I'll probably end up doing is have the Dreadnought move into the ruins. That way he can fire out of the ruins.
Yeah.
And then he'll have to stay within 3 of the objective, however. You said the charge part, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good, yeah.
It's more that your Wolf Lord back there is going to be a little limited to what he can do.
He's probably just going to keep it real back there. Like realistically, like...
Never retreat, never surrender, and don't move forward, I guess, because this thing seems important.
I hate the idea of him telling his troops to go and fight, and he stays back, 'cause that's definitely not characteristic of them, but...
It is what it is.
I gotta get my points. So we're gonna
litanies.
go with the litanies. We're gonna go Litany of Hate, which is reroll hit rolls for characters and core on a 2+. Okay, he fails that. And then he's gonna try the other litany, which is Mantra of Strength, I believe. Which we will... Okay.
You don't need a first turn.
Double ones. You know what? I was actually thinking to myself about Warlord traits on him because I'm like, dude, does Wise Orator really... Is that important, or can I take like Beast Slayer on him or something instead?
Does Wise Orator reroll 1s?
Wise Orator is +1 to the litany roll, so it's instead of 3s, it's 2s. And I'm like, well, how often do the 2s come up? Not that
One
matters
6
here.
turns.
So it turns out the answer was no to both because it doesn't matter yet. We are going to pop Wisdom of the Ancients. We'll say this Dreadnought, and we're going to go with not Battle Rights, but the Lieutenant equivalent one, which is reroll wound rolls. This like
So he has a 6-inch aura reroll 1s to wound.
correct. So we'll spend one more command point on Bestial Savagery.
What does that do?
This, I choose a core. I choose, we're going to say Thunderwolf Cavalry in this case, and it puts them into the Assault Doctrine.
Ooh.
For this battle round or turn. It's probably battle round, but it lets them. So every time they roll 6 to hit, and it's 2 hits instead of, and then extra AP on their melee attacks.
Got it. Movement phase.
Yeah, we do need to. All important. I got to try and deny points on Matthew's primary here, and it might require me to sacrifice units. These guys are not near an objective, so they're free to do any type of move.
These are Assault Intercessors.
These are my Assault Intercessors with the pack leader of.
Going to need a 9-inch charge.
That's a 9er.
Assuming that you don't kill some of them, and I just pop the closest ones.
Absolutely. The Blade Guard veterans are going to move next, but we're going to have to keep one model near the objective because we have to charge outside of range of it, and let's do just that.
Essentially able to get to that doorway.
Yeah, we're just hanging out here. There we go. Got the one guy in the back still in range of the objective. We're going to do the same with the Redemptor here. And then he's just going to make big robot sounds and
Beep boop. And get in the ruins so he can see through them.
And then thus not losing my score yet. There's infiltrators back here. They're going to move a little bit. They push.
What are you worried about?
They push reserves back 12 inches instead of 9. So it's going to keep. You
don't want to leave a nice little spot for Pyrovors to drop in and just.
I would absolutely, and
light up your back lines.
Before I move them, I'm going to move the Redemptor, so the back of his base will end up here. The Wolf Lord is just going to move there-ish.
Keeping his bubble up as much as he can.
Keep his bubble forward-ish if I want to shoot bull pistols, which only the Blade Guard veterans are probably going to do. And keeping within 6 of this Redemptor, they all moved. I got to kind of commit this stuff here, which, you know what I don't have to commit to? These Infiltrators. That's an easy move. Let's go with them. So the Infiltrators are going to bust through, well, not bust through, but they're just going to move through the ruins here. And
that's really a 7-inch charge if you want to try to make it.
Yes, I would love to try to make this.
Well, because then they can nab that objective.
Here's a little more of a saucy roll, the advance on the Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Because they can advance and charge?
Yes.
So that's 14 inches?
14. Oh, we are going to take our pack leader to about here.
Nice and close.
We're going to go 9 will take you to there. So we just need we need to make way for the chaplain who's going to advance.
He auto advanced to 6?
Indeed. So we'll go.
Was that 22 inches or 20 inches?
20 inches. The back of his base.
Because he can advance and charge because of the relic you gave him?
So he can, it's his warlord trait.
Warlord trait, that's
Yes, he's got Saga of the Hunter, which allows him to advance and charge. And if he charges successfully at the end of the phase, he unlocks his Saga for core nearby, which allows them all to advance and charge. But if they can already advance and charge, they can fall back and charge.
Ooh, cool.
And our Rune Priest will advance as well. So he's going to go 6 plus 6. Oh, he's real fast. All right, so I'll try and keep that in mind. We got Shadow of the Warp I got to worry about. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'll avoid that-ish.
Yeah. There's also some Chrono stuff you want to avoid once you get there. Because if you fail the power, I have a stratagem to really punish you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, so it actually have to be within 18 inches of a Psyker for my stratagem. If 18 inches of any synapse, including this guy because he's been upgraded, is the -1.
I got to figure out what to do. What do you think of these Assault Intercessors?
Well, they're pretty far away from anything useful.
Yeah.
So obviously you need to advance and run them forward. Unless you're worried about where my Pyrovors are going to land next turn.
Those Pyrovors are great at just like, their profile is really good at just murdering things.
Oh, they're anti-marine, obviously.
Absolutely. We are going to advance them and then see what that gets us.
Where to go.
I'll get
So
an extra
8 inches.
2. Okay. We're gonna commit to just like a second wave, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because I know that anything I send out in this direction, they're dead. They're gonna die probably. But might as well have a second wave. I'm going to cast Stormcaller as his first psychic power. This gives Space Wolf units within 6 light cover, if it works. It probably does. It probably does.
I've got 1 deny in range, so let's see if this does first. Because this is a low roll, so I'd probably try to deny this just because you rolled so low. So it needed a 6?
Yes.
So you're good. Good thing you aren't within 18 inches of any of my synapse.
Right.
You would have failed.
What a good call on my part.
Deny. It's denied.
Okay, no
just
Stormcaller.
barely.
No Stormcaller. We're just going to smite, just going to hit the little bugs there. That's all I got going for me. Sure.
Oh, all right. D3 mortal wounds.
And take 3 brain bullets.
Well, obviously I'm going to pull from the back here, because I know that you want to try to destroy them and then charge the exocrine. So the more I can kill from the back, the harder it is for you to do that. Shooting phase.
Shooting phase, we are going to, none of this can fire because it advanced. So
you don't want your infiltrators to fire because then I could pull Termagants farther away.
Yeah, and I can't target the Termagon.
Not while I have a unit of 15 or more Termagants within range of them. It's bodyguard.
Those infiltrators are not firing. These ones back here aren't going to fire. We are going to shoot bolt pistol, the heavy bolt pistols with the Blade Guard veterans into these Termagants, though.
Okay.
And 3s to hit. We got a miss, and these are strength 4. I assume you're still toughness 3.
Yes. Although I wouldn't have been surprised if they went up.
I do get to reroll that because the it didn't matter. 2 wounds at AP 1 because they're heavy bolt pistols.
I am 5 up save now, so let's go to a 6 up. I am going to choose a 6 up and not anything that may be in cover because I want to kill stuff in the front.
And then you have your Feel No Pain Catalyst.
That's right, I did give him that. Thank you for reminding me of that. 5 up. 1 dies. Still going to pull from the front though. Oops, not you.
From the Blade Guard veterans, we'll go to the Assault Intercessors. They have 5 heavy bolt pistols into the Termagants as well.
So same profile.
Exactly. So they don't get any rerolls. They're too far from the auras. So 3s to hit.
Whoa, geez.
Just like Blood Claws, and that's a wound. AP 1.
6 up. 5 up. Nope.
Doesn't matter. Got a bug.
Yeah, no for me, yes for you. I'm guessing this is kind of closest. It's not. You had to kill a few more for me to really make a difference.
We're going to move on to this Redemptor. We're going to put his Stormbolters, his Onslaught, into the Termagants right there. And we're gonna do the Rocket Pod as well. Now the Macroplasma is going to supercharge into the Exocrine.
Okay. What strength is that?
Strength 9, AP 5, and damage 3, I believe. I can confirm all that.
Because I have a stratagem to give him any monster transhuman, basically.
Oh yeah, this is, I believe it's strength 9, supercharged.
Okay. I will use it. It's called Indomitable Monstrosity on the Exocrine. It'll last to the end of this phase. You can only wound him on 4 pluses.
Let's see how true that shot goes. It's going to be D6 shots, hitting on 3s, rolling 1s. Okay, we got a hit and a 4 to wound. Okay. Oh, we do reroll the 1. We do because we're near the other Dreadnought. Okay, wounded. -5.
All right, I'm glad I spent that command point. It doesn't really matter, though. -5?
Yes.
I got 2 up save, so no save.
Oh, wow.
Damage.
It mattered to the Devastator. 3 damage.
3 damage, okay. Brings him down to 12 wounds. They're at 15 now. They're chunky.
And now the Onslaught, hitting on 3s,
This is
rolling
against the Termagants.
Yeah, this is the Gants here, and those are misses, and these wound on 3s, rolling 1s if I need to. That should be at -2, 6 wounds.
Okay, we'll have to kill 6 of them. Still 1 more you gotta kill. I know you got more shots.
There's still 1 left. We got Stormbolters on 3s and 3s.
No, these are just AP.
No AP, no
So
AP.
5 up saves.
Ooh.
They're dead, or he's dead. All right, well that's 10 more wounds towards no prisoners for you.
Let's go with Redemptor number 2, and he
Same
will...
loadout, right?
No, this one has the heavy Onslaught for his main gun.
Instead of the plasma.
So we got 12 shots at strength 5, yeah, or 6, I guess. We are gonna pump all the shots into the Termagants in the middle here. We're trying to either weaken their numbers drastically or pull you off the objective if you don't want me to charge you. One of the two. I'm okay with that.
Well, that works. I get it.
The heavy Onslaught first, 3s to hit, reroll 1s because they're near the Wolf Lord. Strength 6.
So 2s to
2s to wound, rerolling 1s because it's near the it popped Wisdom of the Ancients. These are all AP2.
Okay, so that's 10 that get through. So 5 up, feel no pain, ignoring wounds. So I ignore 4 of those, so 6 die so far.
The regular Onslaught, no rerolls, and wounding on 3s with the 1s. And we have 4 wounding hits at Catalyst.
So AP2?
AP2, yeah.
All right, so 5 up to ignore. So 4 more.
Stormbolters, no AP on these, but they all hit. 3s to wound, 3 wounds, no AP.
So 5 up, 5 up. 5 up save,
Ooh.
followed by 5 up ignore. So 1 more of those gets through.
The Rocket Pod's 3 shots because of blast. They all hit, and 2s to wound. We're rolling the 1s at AP2. So these are 2 damage each.
2 damage each? Okay, so I'll just roll the first 5 up for each of them. And so
then-
that guy we have to just re-roll.
Oh, he lives!
He's surprised, so 2 of them die. So you did clear the screen. I did decide to pull them away. I did lose that objective, but I'm just trying. The Blade Guard could still get in there, but I just want to make it a harder charge. But still leaving the Turbogon protected.
That's
Now you've got 25 kill tally so far. You need 3 more or 5 more to get to your 30. Can you do 5 more this this turn?
hoping to kill the Exocrine.
Well, that would be 15 more. So that would be pretty good. So charges, where are you going to start?
Start with the wolf for the Primaris Wolf Priest.
Hold on.
Oh yes, that's true.
So before you, so basically your chaplain guy right there is going to charge.
Chaplain's going to declare charge against the.
Because
Exocrine.
I would have 6 plus D3 shots that are 3 damage each.
Hitting on 6s, I used to. Oh, unless there's some weird.
No, 6s.
shenanigans.
It's 6s.
Well, if you
How many wounds do you have?
7 on him.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
If it was 6, I'd probably go for it.
Well, the third one through.
Because I need to get 3 through. And do you have any feel no pains or minus damages?
Just an invulnerable save on him.
4 up, I'm guessing.
And he can heal himself for D3.
But that's if he's not dead.
If he's not dead already.
Yeah, I don't care about bringing him down a few wounds. I want it's more
you want all or nothing.
Yeah. I get it's like on average 8 shots. Going for 6s, not so crazy. Wound you on 3s. I'm not likely to kill him, but going for 3, getting through, no way. This is no way. The statistics just work way too much against me. All right, go ahead and roll the charge.
All right, so we are looking for that.
That should be in. So 8 is easily in.
We're probably
you can ignore the grass tufts. Just go on top of it. There you go.
I'm gonna go there. I'm not in love with this aggression, but yeah, whatever.
What about your cavalry?
Now we are going to look at what they need for this charge because I might pop a strat here. It looks like it's over 9 gross.
Yes, it'll be a 9-inch charge because they have to go around a little bit too.
So I'm going to pop a couple command points on pack tactics.
And that gives them what, a 3d6, take the best 2?
Only if something's already engaged with the target they're charging.
Hence pack tactics.
Yeah.
That's 2 command
Pack
points.
hunters.
Pack hunters.
So we're trying to make it in. Pack
9-inch.
hunters. I'm looking for a 9 on 2 of the dice here.
11.
Oh, you know what? Screw that die.
Who don't even care unless it's a 6.
We're just going to eyeball it. This works for me.
Yeah, that's easily.
There's no hero convention?
No.
I have to worry about? Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
I didn't take that adaptive trait.
Okay.
Well, this Exocrine's in trouble.
That worked out nicely for the Thunder Wolf Cavalry.
What other charges he got?
We'll try the Blade Guard veterans into the Termagants there.
Okay. I'm not going to Overwatch.
I rolled an 8. That's a fail, looks like.
You want to try a reroll?
No. I would not like to reroll. That is expensive.
I love that it's 2 command points because really you're only going to reroll where it's
Hypothetically,
super.
No, I'm not going to do that.
No, don't even do
These
it.
guys are going to charge here.
So
This is a
and we
9.
know it's a 9-inch charge.
And they are failing that. Okay. I got no bonuses, nothing like that. They just hang
Not
out
going to
there.
reroll that?
No, I'm not going to reroll that either.
Okay.
We have one more charge.
On the side of the table, it was a 7-inch charge. This is pre-measured.
Infiltrators.
Oh no!
That's ooh.
You got 3 command points left. You used 2 of them.
I can't do it. No, it's
Not for a piddly little charge like that.
That means I'm not getting my victory point though, or my secondary. I needed 2 of the objectives.
Oh, that's right.
And I failed both.
So
the
maybe
flank
it's
charges.
worth it here then.
I'm not going to do it. No,
Okay.
for 2 command points. Those command points. What am I going to use them on without rerolls? Because typically the reroll is the most important stuff.
No.
The problem is I'd have to.
That's not the most important.
Well, I mean, tactically, typically they are. But the problem is I need to charge here and. Dang it.
Yeah, because by pylon and consolidate, if you don't get a good charge.
I know, yeah.
Because I could interrupt after you do an important attack, and I could pile in.
I would have to fight here first. This is the one, depending on the charge roll.
And the Exocrine is not that great in close combat, so you don't have to worry about him.
Right.
So it's not that big a deal that you'd go here first.
Dang. This could make or break the game. You know what? I think I have to do it, actually. I'm going to reroll command point. I got
2 command point reroll.
I got 1 command point left, and they're going to 8. They made
it at least.
Okay.
And they charge forward. Yeah, I think that was an important one. It hurts because it's 2 command points, but...
It feels real bad, let me tell you. We'll have you go there, and then this guy's
Just pop him in the back.
Where is he at?
Fine.
There's the pillars and walls and everything in the way. Huzzah. And then I fight first here.
Yeah, because you don't want me to interrupt.
I must.
Somehow find a way to pile and consolidate more guys in the objective.
Exactly.
Right now I have 1 guy on.
So you go
So as long as you don't lose these 2 like a bunch of Termagant attacks, which you shouldn't. I am rerolling 1s to wound.
Oh, also, at the start of the fight phase, not that it matters, but he's got the Armor of Rust. I picked the Exocrine. It cannot fight, and it's not eligible to be picked to fight until my stuff fights. Exactly,
Fight last. That's okay. I wasn't going to interrupt with him. He doesn't have great attacks.
2 because they are Space Wolves.
Which means +1 attack, +1 hit on the charge.
Yes, first round of combat there.
Basically, yeah.
And 3s, and that's all they got.
And you're not in Assault Doctrine, so these are AP nothing.
Just 9 wounds.
5 up saves on Termagants now. So 2 of them are
saved
saved.
1 guy.
It does. Look at that. 7 die. So 7 of them are going to die. Now I did warn Luka
I'm trying to think
that I can bring back D3 +3 of them, and they can be in engagement range of him because I'm already in engagement.
So
and I can do that in the command phase.
This 1 extra model that fought would just go back there instead.
So that way I can't. It'll be harder.
Yeah. I can't do much about. I can't stop everything, right?
Yeah, I might. I might be able to do it anyways, and I don't know how you can stop it, to be honest.
Well, these are troops as well.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But I can get more objective secured models on there than you do. So, but it's still, you still get your secondary.
I guess you'd have to. I'd just fight you again. I guess another free fight is nice. But if you get it, you get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the end of that. So I cannot interrupt. Not that I would. So you can go ahead and beat up my Exocrine. Who wants to try first?
Finish off these fights. We are gonna. We'll go with the Thunderwolf Cavalry. They do get to consolidate a further inch. I do want to pull these guys into combat.
Okay.
And then all the attacks go into the Exocrine.
Okay. What's the highest strength you have? What's the Thunderhammers? Are they strength 8?
They are strength 8, yes.
Okay, so there's no point in popping the only wound me on 4s.
I have no bonuses or anything like that.
Okay,
correct,
so you're only wound me on 4s at best anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, on second thought, the whole point of this turn was to try and deny Matthew points, and by doing, I'll go here, but I won't.
Yeah, because if I piled and consolidated, I could get one model on
and then
there.
that means that's 5 more points for Matthew.
And 5 less for you because you won't have 2 objectives in the center.
Yeah.
So that would be
I don't. Oh, because I got that objective over there. That's right. Yeah. That was the whole.
Because the whole me
point of it.
respawning is in my turn, so
Correct,
you'll still
yeah.
get your secondary.
Yeah, I'll get
so
my
that would be
secondary,
that'd be a bad idea.
That'd be a bad idea.
All right, now murder my exocrine, please.
We'll try. We'll start with the 2 Thunderhammer guys. They're hitting on 3s because they charged.
6s are 2 hits because
that
you're
means-
technically an assault doctrine for them.
Indeed. These wound on 4s. That's 3 wounding hits at AP3 because of the
Because you're an
assault
assault
doctrine.
doctrine. So AP3, I have a 5-up save for my 2-up.
Oh,
Ooh.
very good.
So 3 wounds go through.
3 wounds go through. Then the pack leader has 4 attacks for shock assault, and then 2 claws, so he has 1 less attack actually. These hit on 2s. 6s are good. So we have a miss, but we have 2 6s in there. We unfortunately failed both the litanies, so we don't get any bonuses from our wolf priest there. These are.
I think you're going to get him though. He's got 9 wounds left.
These are strength 5.
So 5's to wound
but they get to
re-rolling,
re-roll
right?
everything. Yep. Okay,
And
4
what's
wounds.
their AP?
These are AP.
What's
I
the
think
number?
4.
3 up to 4.
They're 3 AP3, I believe. Yeah.
So up to 4 because you're assault. So 6 up.
No, sorry. Oh yeah, you're 5 up. They're AP3 now.
Oh, they're 2
with
up
the
to
assault.
3.
Yeah.
So 3 get through 1 damage each.
2
2 damage each. Okay. Oh, because they're frost.
frost weapons. Yeah.
You got your wolves as well, right?
Yes, they get.
And
to
they
attack.
have. You said something about the strategy we popped that they get.
They themselves get to re-roll their wound rolls.
Right.
With their crushing teeth. 2s to hit with the claws, and then.
Are 6s 2 hits?
The
Do they
6s
get-
are
they get
2
that
hits
as well,
there,
right?
yeah. And then these wound on 5s because they're strength 5, but they
they
re-roll
reroll.
all wound rolls because of the stratagem.
And what
Okay.
AP are they up to now?
These are AP3.
So 5 up saves. He's dead no matter what the damage is.
Oh wow.
On a
They're
6,
only 1.
On a 6, he'll thrash out at the nearest enemy.
That's right, they
unit.
changed these.
Yeah. So it's not an explosion anymore. It's the nearest enemy.
To them, which is cool.
Yeah, it's better because it doesn't hurt me. On top of that, remember the whole synaptic imperative? The Trigon Primes is that it goes on a 3-up instead of a 6-up. So I know you're about to hit a bunch of monsters.
Okay.
I'm like, I get the Trigon Prime says, everybody, I know it's kind of weird because you have to die in order for it to work. They're going to consolidate, but not tag any of the Termagants.
Not quite, no.
The Chaplain can still go. Does he want to consolidate or pile into these Termagants? Just a warning again, if you do tag them, then I can spawn them on the other side of them and maybe grab that objective too.
We'll hang out here, I guess. Keep it as it is.
Now, as we talk about all of this, like spawning and getting guys on that objective, it's not a huge deal because I have 2 already.
Yeah.
Although, no, it would be a huge deal because that would make me have 3. I'd have more than you. Because you get 5 for having 1 and 5 for having more.
Now, I don't think it's going to matter much because I expect most of that to be dead or pretty heavily crippled, but he does unlock his Saga of the Hunter, so now he has a 6-inch aura of core can advance in charge, or if they can already do so, they can fall back in charge.
How does he unlock that?
Because he successfully charged.
Right.
That's the trait for that one. All he has to do is charge once, and at the end of the phase, he unlocks his Saga. It applies to core within 6.
There's an aura of reroll. Or
No,
advance in charge.
Advance in charge, yeah.
For everybody.
Yes. So if they
And
advance,
they can fall back in charge because they already had that.
because they already have that ability, yeah.
Cool. All right, so I get to fight now. I will pile in with a bunch of these. Now, fun fact about Termagants and Gargoyles and Hormagants, they can actually fight in basically 3 ranks.
Yeah, because they've got little weird hoarder rules.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 inch rather than the normal rules. So they can fight if they're within engagement range or within 2.5 inches. So essentially it works out to basically 3 ranks. So that'll be those, they'll be fighting, everybody else will not. Okay, so I've got hitting you on 4s. When you on 5s, reroll in 1s, because that might come in handy. Yeah, look at that, 2 1s. 2 wounds so far.
That's 3.
I got an extra wound.
I'm gonna roll that one first. It did.
Oh, it mattered.
It mattered. And then the other ones?
Oh, I didn't kill a guy, though.
You got the wound. I
I got the wound. Thank you, Tyranids Prime.
The front infiltrator. Will be
Sure,
kind of
why
one
not,
wound,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the end of the turn. Morale.
I got none.
I don't need me neither. I'm within synapse.
Bugs.
Yeah, bugs, yeah. So you get your secondary of no prisoners because you killed at least 30 wounds.
And secure no man's land.
And no retreat, no surrender only works by the end of my turn.
Correct, yeah.
You have to have not fallen back. And you should be able to get it because I don't see where you're going to be able to fail any morale tests. And so you should be able to get that. But you have to hold off.
That means we're tied on secondaries.
Yes, we're tied because that was first battle round, so we couldn't get to the primaries yet. So it's 10-10 at the end of battle round 1.
Not a bad start.
Beginning of the battle round, I choose a new synaptic imperative. There's only 2 for me to think between the zone thropes giving everybody 5-up invuln and monsters 4-up invuln, which would be great because you're about to hit me super hard.
Well, I got the Wolfen coming in, maybe.
Well, and your army's closer now, so
Yeah.
you'll be making more charges. But the Tyranid Prime one is for range attacks, 6s do 2 hits. And I kind of want to just deal as much damage to you as I can this turn. So let's go for offense rather than defense, because the Pyrovors I'm definitely dropping in this turn.
Yeah.
No, they auto hit. So that,
I was gonna say, did they roll the hit?
No, they don't roll the hit.
Yeah.
But I still want the beat between them and everybody else getting the double, because now the Exocrine, I don't have to use the stratagem to get them to do 6 to do 2 hits.
What happens if you don't bring like 5 dudes with the synaptic rules?
Oh, you don't have to pick one.
Oh, there you go.
There's also a stratagem where you can pick a dead one, like somebody who died before they got to use theirs.
Oh, all right.
You can remember it.
The echoes of that. Yeah.
It's actually called something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It's
Oh,
like the echoes of the Hive. Like there's still some programming left in everybody else that remembers it. So yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll draw my cards. So I got no retreat, no surrender, like what you had, which is fine. I don't mind leaving these guys on this objective because they're already close enough to fire everything.
You got weirdly good objectives yourself.
I did actually grind them down, which is I have to kill more units than you kill of me between
In a
my
whole
turn.
battle round?
Well, it's between my turn and your turn, so
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a battle round because I could be
yeah.
going second, and it's 2 turns basically. And no prisoners, just like you. I got to kill 30 wounds worth of models. That one might actually be tricky.
If you
because-
kill 30 wounds worth of my models, I have lost the game.
But remember, I keep
Yeah.
the tally going. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to
that's
be
true.
in a
Yeah,
turn or in
that's
a battle
right. Yeah,
round.
yeah.
It's once I've killed 30, I get that 5 victory points. Also, primary.
Oh, I get a command point too.
No, I don't get the primary point. Yeah, give me a command point.
You still have 11.
I get the primary at the end of the command phase. Can you double check that for me?
It is the end of command.
Okay,
phase,
because
yeah.
then I can spawn some over here.
Yeah.
Because I will do that. So I will spend a command point to bring back D3 plus 3 of these. And then each Turvagon will also bring back 2D6 in the command phase. Let's do that now. Actually, before I do that, let's hand out some stuff. +1 to hit, +1 to hit. Reroll 1s to wound on them. On the warriors, we'll reroll 1s to wound. So D3 plus 3, these Termagants can come back over here. The other ones have to be within 6 inches of the Termagon. So we're going to get 4 of them. So I put those 4 right there. You have at most 3 guys on it. Now I have 5.
You have your 5, yeah. I couldn't stop.
Honestly, like that was the minimum I could roll, and there's nothing you could really do about it. You'd have to group all your guys like somehow like right here. I don't know if that would have helped anyways, because then I could pile in and consolidate around. And then the Tervagon will bring back 3 more. What a fortuitous roll. It turns out I actually have 27 right here right now. So you only killed 7 of them. So I didn't need better than 3. So we saved it for the one that didn't care. Now these have to be within 6 inches of him. They can be an engagement if they're already in engagement. So yeah, we'll keep them there. Because now I have to stay on this objective, so I can't fall back anyways, because I got no retreat.
Yeah.
So we'll just put them there. And this Tervagon will bring back, he can bring back up to 15, but with only 2d6. 4 it is.
Sure.
Well, not much I can do with these. I don't think I can nab that objective. It doesn't matter, though, because I'm already going to have more than you, which is the other stipulation. So I'm not going to worry about finagling that. So there we go. Now at the end of the command phase, I've got 3 objectives now. 1, 2, 3. So that gets me 10 primary because I have 1 and I have more.
Yeah. This one's 1 and more, eh? Yeah, they're all a little weirdly different.
Yeah, the ones,
some are just hold 2.
1 and 2 and more is the third one.
Yeah.
Others are just, this is 1 and more. So it's still important to get 3 objectives. I like that. And then the other one is raising, which at the beginning of the movement phase, these ones are going to do an action to raise that.
Well, might as well
you can just remove it now because obviously I'm not going to interrupt it. They just can't shoot or move or do anything else.
They're stuck right there, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll get me 5 more victory points. So we're going to advance the Zoanthropes. They move 6 plus 4, so 10. Really all we're going to do is we're going to come out to here to make sure the Thunderwolves are in visual. And we'll just kind of chain back. This Termagants will move up. I want to make sure you're in 11-inch range for as many shots as possible to get that extra AP. Because you're sitting in cover, right?
Yep.
Or we'll just blammo your Thunderwolf cavalry as much as we can. We'll see. And the Tervagon will just kind of, hello.
Hello.
This Exocrine here is just going to move laterally, allowing these warriors to basically take up this space to make sure we have very good range on all of our weapons. The Prime will duck around here too with his Venom Cannon. And then these Rippers, I'm going to throw an advance on them just so I can basically spread them out and keep you from bringing your Wolfen back here. I don't think you could have anyways, but be extra sure. This Tervagon's going to move over just slightly so that he gets within 12 inches of that Tervagon so that we have a circle of Synaptic Link. That way if you kill the Zoanthropes, it doesn't break them off from the rest. End of movement phase, down comes a Tyrannocyte.
Yes, we got it.
The question is where? So I did this wrong in the last battle report. I was going to point out. I was putting them wholly within 6 inches, like I was using old school Tyrannocyte rules.
Oh.
But it actually just says disembark. So it's at the end of the movement phase, so I can't really do anything better than that. So they're going to drop out right there. So they're still in range of a few things. So we'll have some options when we go to fire. Let's go to the psychic phase. You're not really in range to stop anything from these ones, the Zoanthropes. We're going to do a smite. So I'm going to get +3 to cast this because there's 3 Zoanthropes. Oops.
Ooh.
And I'll also get +3 mortal wounds, assuming it goes off and I don't roll a double 1. So basically anything but a double 1. Not a super smite, though. So close. So it'll be D3 plus 3 mortal wounds rather than D6. So that will be 5 mortal wounds. That kills one, right?
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay, go ahead. One Thunderwolf Cavalry disappears.
Yeah, I was going to lose the pack leader, then they weren't coherent. They're all probably dead anyways, but it doesn't...
Well, then it doesn't matter which one you lose.
It doesn't really matter, yeah. So
the same number of wounds in each, right?
Yes.
Same saves?
Down to 3.
Oh, does he have the same save as them?
No, he doesn't have an invulnerable.
Okay, so that's important because you just put wounds on him.
Yes, I did.
Okay. We're going to cast Symbio Storm on a 7 from the Turbigon. We got it. You are in range to unbind or to deny that, though.
Is that the only one I can do? Probably.
You might be in range of the other one. I moved him up a little bit, but just so you know, he can cast Catalyst, the 5-up. This is the one where I give a unit +1 strength to their ranged weapons.
Ooh.
So that'll be bringing some weapons from 5 to 6 and 8 to 9. The 8 to 9 is not a big deal.
I'd rather stop Catalyst, but I don't think I'm in range. This is 24-ish.
Then
No,
you are not in range.
Doesn't look like it. So I'll try and stop this power.
You might as well try because you can't do anything else anyways.
I don't.
No. Okay, so I will put it on the Warriors.
Ooh.
Because going from strength 8 to 9 is not going to matter. Your Redemptors are what, toughness 7?
Yes.
And I'm not going to shoot them anyways. And then they're toughness 5, so 8 to 9 doesn't do anything for me, but 5 to 6 does. And then I can always use Scorch Bugs to make these guys go to 6, which can help out as well. So yeah, they'll have that Catalyst. I fail. Ooh, there you go. You didn't even have to. Shooting phase, Pyrovor squad in the back are going to flame this squad of Assault Intercessors at 16-inch range.
Ooh.
Because I have +4 to my range. Are you going to use any stratagems to help?
No.
Okay, so 3d6 auto hits. So that's only 8. Looking at strength 6, so 3s to wound. Oh, yuck. That's 7 wounds. -2, so 5 up.
Boom. You got him. Wait.
Oh no, I only got 3.
Okay.
You're disappointed? No, I have to invest more because we have grind them down. I got to kill more units.
I'm looking at it more like I don't want to risk failing morale check. I'd rather them all just be dead.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
What is your morale on them? Because maybe either way, it's 5 for me or not 5 for you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing. Pyrovor's out front. I'm going to have to just focus on that unit to finish it off because I want grind them down, which is kill more units. So 3d6, so you get 11. Oof. Looking at 3s to wound. That's pretty good. Fill 2 5-up saves for me, will ya?
6, 7, 8. Bam. Look at that.
3. You did 4, 5. And see, that would have killed them all on its own.
I figured they should die on average 1 unit.
I know. That's why I wanted the one to kill. Then the other one would have started working on there's actually going to fire at the ones behind him. Next up, we're going to have the Exocrine. Oh, this is the hard choice. I want him to fire at the Blade Guard veteran. Yeah, but he's got 3 wounds left. No, okay. So we're going to do. Screw it. All of the warriors into your Thunderwolf Cavalry. Start with the Death Spitters hitting on 3s. 6s do 2 hits.
Get those
3 6s, and so we'll just keep those 3. We'll keep 3 of the misses. Death Spitter strength 6 right now because I gave them the +1 strength. So 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s.
Ooh.
Look at that. Tyranid Prime, thank you, maybe? Maybe? Yes, 4 more. It's 9 wounds at AP -3 because you're at half range. You had to put it on your guy that doesn't have an invuln.
You said -3?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. These are 2 damage on him so far. He's got 1 wound left.
So 1 at a time.
And then he is dead. Okay, so he dies.
And then the rest of them are at 4-up invulns.
And yes, might as well roll them all at the same time. So I take
2 more.
He's got 2 wounds remaining.
Well, that's perfect because Venom Cannons are 2 damage. So 3d3 shots. Because they're 3d3 shots each. So that's 2, 4, and 3 more. 7. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. 3s to hit. 6s do 2 hits. So that's exactly that many hits because 6 makes up for the 1. These are strength 9. That's not the 8 to 9 matters. 3s to wound, re-rolling 1s. And that's gone. Re-roll. So you fail any of these 4-up invulns. There's 6 of them, and that
There's 4. He's dead.
There's 4 of them. He's dead. Boom, boom. So both of them are dead. What the heck? Let's do death by flesh bores into your chaplain, or whatever he's called, a wolf priest. Because you're in half range, you'll be doing your 4-up invulns. So I'm going to fire all of them into him. Boom. Into your chaplain, or a wolf priest, hitting on 3s. 6s are 2 hits. We got 4 6s that make up these 4 1s, and we just throw these 2s away. Sorry, I mentioned off camera, but command point for the Scorch Bugs, so it's +1 strength. So these are strength 6. So 3s to wound, no rerolls though. 11 wounds.
I got 10 here. I just got to reroll one of these.
He's
1, 2,
dead.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So even a reroll doesn't keep you alive.
The AP got him there. Yeah, he dies.
Oh wow, that was a really bad roll, Luka.
What happens?
That's all right. Well, I guess I can free range everything else then. 5 Barb Stranglers. No, you know what? I'm going to fire at those Assault Intercessors back there. No, okay, so before that then, Turbigon and Turbigon will fire there.
The Blade Guard?
Yeah. Now, I guess check the range on this one, see if he's in half range. I doubt it, though. Start this Turbigon, he's not within half, so he's only -1 AP. So you'll have your 2-up save, right?
They're 1-up right now. Yeah.
They're 1, yeah, so you have a 2-up. So hitting you on 3s, wounding you on 3s. Sorry, were there any? I don't care. There might have been 6s in there. 5 wounds. 2-up save. Oh, golly.
One wound left.
Okay. Then the other one, this one I care more about because you only have a 3-up save against it because I'm in half range. 3s to hit, 6s are 2 hits, so that makes it for 1 miss, and 3s to wound. So we've got 5 more wounds.
These are 3-ups.
That's right.
So I fail. It kills 1 and takes a wound off another.
Okay, I'll take that. So I'll put the 5 Barb Stranglers into it now. So it's 5d6 shots from the Barb Stranglers. So lots of shots. So lots of shots. So it was a really good roll, but it only hits on 5s. It is a Tyrannocyte after all. So, and 6s are 2 hits. So we got 1, 2, and then 2 6s, which get me 2 more. Yay. They're strength 6, and at this range, AP -2. 3s to wound. 4 wounds. Fail 2 of these 3-ups. No, you didn't fail any. I'll kill another guy. That is all my shooting.
All right.
So we go to the charge phase, where I will not declare any charges. So at the end of the charge phase, did you want to spend a command point and heroically intervene?
Yeah, they're going to countercharge.
Okay, so that's a 6-inch heroic intervene.
6-inch for the Blade Guard veterans, but I have no command points left.
In they come. So we go to the chargers first. Done?
Done!
So now it's your turn, so you can choose. You want to fight here first or there first?
We are going to fight over with the infiltrators first.
Okay. Down to 11 attacks.
On 3s now. Oof.
Right, you're in tactical doctrine now, right?
Yes, they're tactical.
Okay, so 3s to wound.
And that wounds once. Oof.
5-up save. Hey, you killed one.
Got a bug.
I don't know. I want all the ones that can still attack you, so let's kill this one over here. Well, obviously I'll choose these Termagants.
Schmort.
And we'll just line up in 3 ranks and punch you in the face. Maybe. Okay, and we got a bunch of attacks. Hitting on 4s. The +1 to hit is only for shooting from the Turbigon. The 6s don't do anything extra. Wounding on 5s. We do 3 wounds.
Nice.
2-up saves and it kills a guy. Oh my goodness!
Damn. You can't stop that.
What's going on? I'm confused, Luka.
If that was the heresy, it'd be 2 dead Terminators.
That's actually true. But then you wouldn't have that many. Like the other, I don't know.
That would have been the exact same amount of attacks.
True.
That's the exact same amount of attacks.
That's true. The piddly attacks are what kill Terminators. Okay, now they can fight.
We got 13 attacks. I lost 4 on that one. These hit on 2s. Yikes, that's a lot of 1s as well.
You heroically intervened.
And then these are strength 5, so 3s to wounds. That should kill 6.
That's AP 2 at least, I'm assuming?
They're AP 3, yeah.
So 6 die. Well, we'll pull from over here, and then, I don't know, some in the middle, so that doesn't really affect consolidations and stuff. And then the Termagants over here will attack. Maybe finishing off 1 guy. If we're lucky, we'll kill 2. Lots of piddly attacks. 4s to hit. It's fun if you give these guys adrenal glands. They're actually strength 4. And +1 move. I don't know if it's worth it for Termagants, but...
No AP, but still kind of funny.
Yeah. 5s to wound. Oh, well, okay.
That's
My goodness.
Okay.
7 of them, no AP, so you got 3-up saves. Fail 1 and a guy dies.
Did not expect to be picking up 7 dice. Okay. He killed 2
guys. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we'll take it. And we'll consolidate. Just really close you in there. Can they fail a morale test? No, they're going to be 8, right?
They're 8, yeah.
Okay. Because if you did, that would be the icing on the cake there to lose your no retreat. That would suck. That would suck bad.
If that's the pacing the game goes.
I know, right?
Pacing the game goes.
So 2 morale, you've lost 2 there, 2 there, it doesn't matter.
No, they're 9 and 8, so they can't.
Yeah, you're at least 8 everywhere. And then you lost a full squad of intercessors. So I've only killed 1. No, I killed 3 units. This is for grind them down. I got to keep track of that.
Yeah,
so during your turn, you have to kill 3 units, I think, because I think I have to do more.
Yeah.
Because I'm reading it. It says if yours is higher than your opponent. So you just got to kill 3 units. And then for grind them down, how many models did I kill? Yeah, I got my no prisoners. I killed at least 30 wounds worth of models. Jeez.
Yeah, you got 35.
I did not expect that. Well, and 4 over here too.
Oh yeah, 39.
So almost 40. So I got no prisoners. I should be able to get no retreat, no surrender, because you're not going to be able to make me fail morale, I don't think. There are some options. The Pyrovors right now are not immune to morale. Unless I'm within 6... No, he's not Synapse.
Right, the other
so
one. So
they're only leadership 5. Just kill 1. And
the goal is to try and kill a couple of them and then make the one fail morale to deny you 5 points. Yeah, I get my no.
I can auto-pass 1 of them.
That's true.
For 2 command points.
I guess you can still do that. That's definitely worth 2 command points.
4 or 5 victory points, yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't normally care. And grind them down, I've killed 3 things, so I don't get that yet. So I've got 5 more victory points automatically from no prisoners. And I will keep the other 2, because grind them down is one of those, like, I can always spend a command point to discard it next time. And I have lots of command points. It's turn 2, and I still have 9 command points. What's going on?
Yeah.
What do I do with all these command points? So that is the end of Tyranids turn 2.
I get 5 victory points for mine.
For no retreat, no surrender. That's right.
Bam.
So the score right now is 30 to 15, but Luka hasn't had his second turn yet to get some primaries. So let's go to his turn. Before we go any further, forgot to fire the Exocrine at the Blade Guard veteran, which is what I was going to do.
That was always the plan, yeah.
Yeah. So Luka's being generous and letting me do it anyways.
Yeah, chances are he just kind of wipes them out, but and which
Well, if I only kill one, nothing happens.
Exactly, yeah.
Because there was a guy with 2 wounds left that I finished off with the Termagants.
Yeah.
And so if I kill him, then we just put 2 wounds on another guy, and that'll be
keep
it.
it as it is.
So we remember the Termagants do 2 wounds, and there's a guy, if you want to like plop down that guy with 2 wounds.
He's right here. He's right here with 2 wounds.
He's right there with 2 wounds, we can imagine it. 6 plus D3 attacks, except that you're in cover, remember. No, that doesn't matter. It's gonna be 4
No, he's got
people.
super high AP, yeah.
Yeah, especially at this range, it'll be like AP 5. So it'll be 7 attacks. We're looking at 3s to hit. Yeah, cover doesn't matter, so I don't have to worry about popping any strats. I'm already getting 2 hits with the 6s.
And I'm not popping anything either.
No transhuman?
No.
Okay. So that's all hits because the 6 makes up for the 1. We've got 2s to wound.
Oh, is it 2s to wound?
Oh, you thinking of transhuman?
I would have to transhuman against 2s to wound,
Do you have? Is it 1 command point?
I mean, I can't hear a cleaner bean.
So which is it?
This is the transhuman. Ah, dang it.
It's up to you.
I'd be crazy not to. I thought it was only 3s to wound. I'll transhuman. I'm not Hero Cleaner Beanie.
Okay, 2s to wound. So we've got 5 wounds.
And they're all dead.
Oh, they're all dead. Okay, I guess I'm going to put a few Termagants
Yeah,
back.
you get your gaunts back.
Well, part of me feels a little bad that you let me take that back. I figured the dice always punish when you take things, when you do things that you were out of order. They always just fail.
They typically do, but
Yeah.
the game's not necessarily the best for the Space Wolves right now anyways. That's very characteristic of this game.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess, yikes.
Goes to my turn.
Yeah.
All right, so my 3 objectives on my turn, I got hold the line. I have to keep Matthew's units 6 inches away from my deployment zone at the end of his turn coming up, which is not impossible, but it's something I gotta keep in mind. I have overwhelming firepower. I have to kill, I think, 3 units with
3
shooting.
units,
That's not gonna happen.
Well, you got 2 Redemptors.
I do, but and then the other one's Assassin. I gotta kill a character, which are one of the Turvagons or the
Tyranid
Prime. Yeah.
He won't be easy, but
He'll be very difficult.
the Turgons might be something you could think about.
I'll do Wisdom of the Ancients again on this Redemptor. He will reroll wound rolls of 1, is the goal there.
So you're out of command points if you do.
Yeah,
Okay.
jeez, this is rough.
End of the command phase, you're holding 1 objective. Not this one right here, obviously, because we're both objective secured and I got more models on it. So you get 5 victory points, but you won't get the 5 for holding more than me, because I hold 3.
We're going to move our intercessors forward. We have to force Matthew to take 2 morale checks on...
I can auto pass 1. Yeah, because they're out of snaps right now, so they can fail it.
Yeah.
They're only leadership 5, so you kill 1, and I have to. If I roll a 5 or 6, they run.
I have to ideally kill 2 to make it more likely to work out that
It's
way.
50-50. And you have to do it on 2 of them, obviously.
Yeah. Moving there instead, we're going to advance the Wolf Lord, because at this point, I'm just going to go be aggressive and see what happens.
Yeah, you've lost some significant...
Once the Blade Guards went down, the hope for the middle is gone, and without hope for the middle, the Space Marines do not play the game. We are going to move 5 there, and we move 14, so we have 9 inches of movement, so we're back to back. We'll go
Yeah,
to
not that we want to call it too early, but it does feel...
You never know. There's still more dice to roll, but that was rough. That was a rough
that was a rough turn.
Just
Infiltrators
reposition
in
the
back?
infiltrators. Just
I don't
over
have
here.
anything else coming from reserve, so...
Yeah, they got nothing to do right now, because they can't pop shots at anything, because they can't see.
I feel like we should at least see them. Just like, hey guys!
Yeah. They're hanging out, you know. Hey. I'm not too sure. They got no plans. Redemptor's just going to move forward.
Just hiding out in those ruins. Hey guys.
What up?
Are we saying he can charge through that?
I usually play he does. Yes, I play all. Yeah.
Totally.
I just do vehicles can't though, like bigger vehicles, but
Yeah, like he can't pass through the walls, but like look at that. Like it's just almost as big as his base.
Redemptor number 2 is going to move.
Is he going to tag those ruins so he can see through them?
He's gonna just hang out over here. He's gonna shoot this direction.
Okay.
Yeah, because I gotta put pressure on them to deny points.
And also to not get shot up by Pyrovors.
Yeah. Librarian is he's gonna move there. He's just gonna hang out there. He's okay. He's got nothing going for him too. Damn.
Coming in from outflank reserve, we got a unit of Wolfen over here, getting ready to help this flank. And then one on the other side, getting ready to help out that flank. They get to reroll charges, right?
Yeah, they got that. Yeah, it's for themselves. No, it's all for infantry, cavalry, and yeah, they do. They reroll charges.
Yes.
It's essentially yes.
Yes. Okay.
Put our Rune Priest here, just final spot. I guess we'll just charge him into combat, but we're going to try a Stormcaller first We fail because we're within Shadow of the Warp.
Okay, so hold on.
Oh, something happens. That's right. I rolled doubles too. Does that matter?
No, that's my potential Chronos relic.
Fair.
Or Warlord trait, I can't remember. But because you failed, I'll spend a command point on the Chronos thing, because you're within 18 inches of a Psyker, and you're going to take D3 mortal wounds.
So
if you fail, for the rest of the phase, every time you fail.
I get another one, yeah. Oh, I take 3. He's got 2 wounds left.
So if you fail this next psychic test, you can just die.
Go, smite. We got
So
it.
-1, so you still get it, but I'll try to stop it. And now I don't think it works for denying. I think it's just if you fail, but I'll double check. So I didn't deny it. You rolled an 8 to a 7, is that right?
No,
Was it
I
a 7
rolled
to
a 7 to 6.
Okay,
yeah.
then I did deny it. So let me double check, but I'm pretty sure it's only when you fail. Yes, it does specify you have to fail the psychic test. Denying the test does not make it fail. It just makes it denied.
Ooh, I was supposed to, you know what? It's a good thing you stopped it. I was supposed to do Murderous Hurricane. There we go. I got my own mind there. But you stopped it. I was going to make it so they can't Overwatch, but they're still able to Overwatch.
Okay, either way, yes.
Yeah. 3 bolt pistols into bugs, into the Termagants. How many wounds are the Pyrovors?
5.
I'll do 2 bolt pistols into them.
You don't want to kill any yet, right?
Yeah. The 3 into the Termagants on 3s, rerolling. No, not rerolling, but wounding on that with a -1.
With a -1, so 6 up save.
Take that.
Oh, okay.
And 2 into the Pyrovor. We do have the battle tactics nearby, so we have 2 hits and 5s to wound here. Because I assume they're T5 or 6.
They're T5.
1 wound, AP1.
4 up. They take 1.
1.
That kills 1 Termagant and wounds the last Pyrovor to 4 wounds.
Redemptor with the Macroplasma will fire everything into the back squad of Pyrovors.
Okay.
Everything he's got. I'll supercharge the big gun, the Macroplasma, and I'll fire it first. Hooah! It'll be 4 shots. Okay, it's not bad. 3s to hit, no re-rolling.
1 re-rolling. Oh, because you ran away with the Wolf Lord? Luka, come back! Come back, Luka!
I even said it. I said the command phase. I'm like, I'm gonna keep the Wolf Lord back, and I'll keep his battle tactics active, and then I'll do tactical insight so they can reroll wound rolls. And I'm like, you know what? And I'll screw it. I'll run. I'm like, it's whatever. I already made the call for tactical insight. I'll keep tactical insight. And I'm like, I should have done battle tactics because I knew I was gonna move with him and be aggressive. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? I'll just take 3 mortal wounds and miss 3 times instead.
Oh, is that 3 mortal wounds too?
Yes.
Oh, yuck.
3 to wound. I do get to reroll ones here. Oh! This is just this game in a nutshell. Sometimes you have these games.
Yeah, this is
whatever.
Definitely that. You don't even want to fire the rest of your guys.
I don't even want to fire these anymore.
I'm making him.
3s to hit. There should be no dents in the way, and these are 5s to wound. We got
AP?
just 1.
So 1 goes through for 1 damage?
Yes. The rocket pod's got 3 shots. And, well, we got 3 hits. Fancy. And then reroll that. 2 wounds at -1.
1?
Yeah,
4 up?
I think it's 1.
How much damage each?
That's 4 damage in total.
Oh, that kills 1. On a 6, he explodes. Yeah.
Oh, because they
actually explode.
like acid.
I'll kill the closest one. Oh. Was that all his guns?
There are storm bolters. There. Pew! Pew, pew, pew! Pew, pew, pew. 1 wound, no AP.
3 up.
Oh, AP1.
Made it.
Yeah.
Another Redemptor. What's he going to fire at?
Oh gosh, there's so many options. Let's go with let's put the shots into. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. I wanted to kill 1 more Pyrovor.
Well, now I failed the morale on a 5+, unless I just spend 2 command points.
Yeah. So I gotta. Yikes. Let's. I guess into the Pyrovor. What are they, T5?
Yeah.
I'll do the heavy onslaught into the Pyrovors back here, and I'll do the rocket pod into the Pyrovors, and then all the other shots will go into the Griblies out front.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's do... These are the Gribbly shots. I should say this is the onslaught. And these are 3s to wound with an AP of 1. We do reroll 1s because we spent that sweet command point. There we go. 5.
6 up. So 3 of them die.
Ah, got him.
Oh, we'll pull from back here.
Storm bolters are rapid firing. So 3s into 3s into reroll those. Nice.
They do have AP1 because you're in tactical.
Correct.
Doctrine.
4 wounds, -1.
6 up. So 4 more die. Ooh. Okay.
Look at me go.
I lost my bodyguard. You can shoot him now. You don't have any more
I don't even know if I have anything else, yeah. We'll do the rocket pod into the Pyrovors. It'll be 1 shot, which hits and wounds on a 3. Nope. And we have the big onslaught, which is 12 shots. Heavy onslaught, 3s to hit.
No rerolls?
No rerolls there. And wounding on 3s with a reroll. So we got a grand total of 3 wounds at -1.
4 up. 1 wound.
Got him. We're just gonna charge. We'll start with the Lord.
What's he declaring as a charge target?
Both these targets.
I will overwatch with the Pyrovors.
Bring it
Does
on.
he have any minus damage things?
Nope. 7 wounds.
7.
Yeah.
3d6 auto hits from the Pyrovors. Okay, a little
bad.
below average. Strength 6, wounding you on 3s.
Yes.
Because your toughness 5. All right, here we go.
Ooh,
Okay, that's a lot. That's 7. So if you fail 4 of these 4-ups.
5, 6, 7. 4 of them. 4. Boom. Oh no! Now the good thing about this, you always got to be optimistic. You've always got to be optimistic in life because So he dies on this. That's fine. That's okay. I had a once per game pop for a 3-up invulnerable save if I wanted to. I'm like, whatever. If he dies, he dies. Or no, if he
And you would have felt bad if you popped it, right?
I would have felt even more silly if I popped it. Now he's just dead, even without it. But look at that. I made the right call to not pop it.
There you go.
And he is out of here.
Well, that gives you another kill tally for grinding him down.
Now, in a perfect world, my Murderous Hurricane would have rolled better than...
And you would have gotten...
And I would have no Overwatch.
Shut down Overwatch.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just important for the people to watch at home. I want to grind, and this has nothing to do with the Tyranids being a new codex and power creep. I had the option to stop that. It just didn't work. I had many other options to do other things. They just didn't work. Sometimes
it just doesn't work.
It just doesn't work. Might as well try the wolf and can't Overwatch again. These ones are only going to go.
Yeah, I don't have like the Custodes stratagem to Overwatch their own. No, that's the interrupt.
The interrupt. They have 2 interrupts. Yeah, they're going to try charge. It's a 9-inch charge. They can reroll. They will reroll. Howl of the Wolf. Hey, we failed. Now these intercessors are going to declare charge. That's a good question. I'm going to go for them just because I don't like their fate.
Yeah, because I can bring back 2d6 and then.
That's screwed. I'll go for these guys.
Pyrovors?
Yeah, why not? Oh, we make it.
Wow. Could they reroll too with the wolf nearby?
Yeah, they're close enough. Yeah, 6 inches.
6-inch aura of
Reroll
everybody
charges.
gets a little crazy.
Bloodclaw's got a 12-inch. They get affected at 12. Oh, cool. Fun fact.
Whoop. Bring it.
Look at this. Look at us go. We have no support. Let's go. Wee.
Oh, golly.
Redemptor is going to charge just the bugs in front in the best possible spot for him to be in is killing Griblies in the front.
He made it.
I'm just going to put the Dreadnought there. The Rune Priest is kind of in the way. I don't have to move.
You want to reach?
Yeah. He makes
He made it too. All right. So you can just grab both those models out of there and come up and
die for the route. Let's go.
Hey, actually, we'll kill the unit. I won't be able to keep bringing them back.
I'd love to murder the unit.
And then we got a 9-inch charge from these Wolfen. They get to reroll as well.
Absolutely. They got Howl of the Death Wolf. Oh, that's what the reroll's for.
Hey, they made it.
They actually made it.
In they go. Yeah, they can kill a lot of Termagants, right?
I don't think this is the Claw unit, so I specifically put this one over here to have a little bit more attacks against Griblies.
Cool. So you've got no command points. I've got 7.
Yeah.
Where do you want to fight first?
Yeah, I have no. Why do I have no command points? I should have.
Because you did it on your Dreadnought at the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was like. I swear I did it on something. I can't
So
remember
who's
what it
fighting
was,
first?
These Assault Intercessors.
Okay, go for it.
And 16 attacks on the Chainswords first. We do hit on 2s. Hey, they all hit. Nice.
And the 6s don't do more because you're not an assault.
Correct. Yeah, we haven't even quite made it to the 3rd turn yet. And
the toughness 5s.
So 5's 2 in here. These are all AP 1.
So AP 1 means I have a 4-up save. Okay, so now that I've lost a wound, I'm going to spend 2 command points and activate my Acid Blood. So I've lost 3 wounds. Every wound I suffer in close combat until the end of this phase on a 4+ does a mortal wound back to you.
Okay.
Up to a maximum of 6. So we should keep track of this. 1 so far. I don't think we're going to have to worry about the maximum.
Thunderhammer hits on 3s and wounds on 3s. We wound twice at -2. 5 up.
5 up, yeah. Sorry.
I kill 1.
Oh, that's only 1 more wound. I almost don't care about the strategy anymore. But if I roll 4 up, I'll kill one of your guys. Nope. Oh. Okay, that was a waste of 2 command points. Although when he dies on a 6, he explodes, and that would finish off your guy and hurt me too. Nope, it's a 1.
All right.
So I lose a Pyrovor, you lose a wound. 2 command points. Normally would be much better.
Would you like to interrupt?
Let's be silly and interrupt. I'm going to interrupt with these Termagants.
My Librarian!
They're going to try to finish off your 2 wound Librarians. We're going to pile in this way, and these guys will pile in. Because we can fight from 2.5 inches away. So
we got to show up that rule.
So all of them, and these 2 technically, but whatever. We'll put 9 into your Librarian. Hit me 1 4s. You ready for this?
Is that good or bad?
I hit you a lot.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
5s to wound. You got 2 wounds left with what, a 3-up save?
Just a 3-up.
I don't have any AP here.
That's true. I guess you could just kill me here.
Oh my goodness!
Destiny. He's destined
It's okay.
to die.
You'll save it. You'll save it. Oh, he died!
Yes! We got there. All 3 of our characters died in humiliating ways. I like that.
That's a kill count of 5 now for grind him down. Oh, what's going on, Luka? Well, I can't interrupt anymore. That Termagant squad killed your chaplain and the Rune Priest.
They did, absolutely, yeah.
Holy cow.
Oh,
okay,
God.
Wolfen, go ahead.
Whee! Let's just...
Let's see how these guys can do. 15 attacks from the claws.
They'll go Frost Claws first. These are 2s to hit, and Wolfen are always in the Assault Doctrine, so...
Meaning 6 would get 2 more.
Exactly, so this is hit with all their claws. These wound on 3s, unless they're Strength +1, I'll double check. They might be 2s, but they reroll all their wound rolls anyways, so grab those.
Yeah, wounding on 2s.
They are Strength 6. So we have...
AP is at least 2.
AP currently is 3 on these, I believe.
So you just killed 14 of them.
That's...
I'm still going to pull from the back, because I want to sit on that objective as much as I can. 3, 4, 5, 10, 14 so far.
I forgot the pack leader has an extra attack with the claws. There's one more dead.
Okay.
Gone. Yant. And then Thunderhammers have 8 attacks on 3s. We have these miss, but that stays because that's a hit for the 6. And 2s.
Reroll. Oh, no.
No rerolls here.
So 5 more die. We'll be careful to keep them within 6 inches so we keep our fearless up. I want to stay on the objective as much as I can. Then you can do your 3 infiltrators. I can't interrupt anymore.
Oh, you get to fight with it.
Oh, they didn't charge. Okay, so then it's your Redemptor.
Oh, yes, the Redemptor. I think he's got 5 attacks. We have the 2 hits and 2s. Kills 4.
4. Well, we'll keep 1 on the objective. Well, more than 1. Now I get to pick, so I'll do the Gaunts all into the infiltrators. Hitting on 4s. And it's not a character, so I don't get like the...
Yeah, you're not going to like automatically kill it.
Yeah, 5s to wound. Yeah, see, still not a character. We don't care.
You slap that character keyword on them, though. They're dead on turn 1, dude.
You can hit back, though.
7 attacks on 3s. And
Gnarly.
3s.
No AP?
Nope, just 3 wounds.
5 up. Make that 1.
1.
Good enough. We'll go to these Termagants next. They'll pile in, but make sure they stay within 6 inches. Not that it matters, because you're not going to do any more damage to them. So we'll say like the front 6 can attack. 7. We'll say 7. 4s to hit, and 5s to wound. 1 wound. 3 up save. Oh, he survived. Why do I feel surprised by that? The Pyrovors will then hit you with their bludgeoning fists. They're gonna
Ham hands.
Ham hands. 3s to hit.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
That's a great start.
Strength 6.
Yep.
Minus 3.
Yep.
So 3s to wound.
That's a good follow-up.
5 minus 3. You got 6 up save.
6 ups. I feel all of them.
So it kills 3 guys,
Look
because
at
1
that.
was already injured. 3 of them die.
2.
Okay.
3.
And I got... Oh, they already fought. Well, I technically got 2 token attacks against Redemptor. Don't care. So let's go to morale. Now, I do have to worry about morale for these 2 units. So I'm going to roll for one of them first.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if I pass that one, I'll spend 2 command points and auto pass the other one. I lost 1 guy, leadership 5.
This is the wounded one in the back. Let's say we'll call that one.
Yeah, sure. I have to roll a 1 through a 4. Okay. Then I'll spend 2 command points.
Hypothetically, roll one for me, though. Ah, good call.
2 command points.
Nice.
It's the end of your turn.
I do owe you morale on these infiltrator,
right.
the assault intercessors.
6,
They lost
right.
3 dudes. They're okay.
They're good. They're good. You did not get overwhelming firepower.
Not even
Not assassinate me.
Nope.
And hold the line would be at the end of my turn.
Right. I had to try and stop you, and all Matthew has to do is just animate these guys with the Turbogon. Then he prevents me from getting 5 points.
Yeah, well, not the Turbogon, because they have to stay within 6 inches of the Turbogon.
Oh, couldn't...
It's a D3 plus 3.
Yeah, the stratagem.
Which I might use over here to grab that objective.
Right.
Either way, I get grind them down, because I killed 5 units, and you killed 0.
Not a single thing.
You killed
we tried our hardest, though.
ton of Termagants.
We tried our hardest.
You did not kill any units.
I could if I put like more firepower into the Termagants there with the
I know, but
big
you're
guns,
trying.
I could have.
That was a good gamble.
I need to do 4 more damage over there. Then you rolled a 2. Even if I killed him, he would have passed. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so then I got grinded down for 5. I got no retreat, no surrender because I passed those morale tests. That's 10 more victory points for me. So score at the end of battle round 2 is 45 for me to 20.
Only 20 for the Wolves.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
45 for me, 25. No, 40 for me. 40 for me.
Yeah.
25 plus 15.
Like,
I'm about to go to my turn. I'm going to control 1, 2. I can spawn some here, and I'll definitely control that one.
Yep.
I'll get 50. I'll get 10, and then I can't burn any of them,
right?
Because I'm currently engaged. So I'll get 10 there, and then who knows what else.
Right. Well, no guarantees here or anything, but like what it looks like is I would lose. These Wolfen are going to die. Probably the Redemptor is going to die, and I'll lose all my footing over here. All I'll have left is maybe the 5 Wolfen left over there. I did some good damage on this turn-ish for how badly it went. And it doesn't look too bad. It's just, unfortunately, the score, I didn't get any of my 3 objectives. I would get rid of, obviously, the The shooting one, the overwhelming firepower.
You just don't have the number of units to shoot.
Exactly, yeah.
You'd think the termagants would give it away, but they proved to be quite resilient.
They're good. Yeah, they've been holding, and they did exactly what you would want them. They just tar pitted, and they funny enough did some very influential damage as well.
Oh goodness. Well, let's talk about them post game. I think what Luka's trying to say is
that's game there. we'll throw the towel in for the Wolves on that one.
Yeah, because really it's just token stuff now. Like I said, and it's possible that I fail those rolls and we continue, but it's kind of going to get silly at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump to the post game show. Before we watch that post-game show, don't forget we have another battle report for you in the vault. I will be bringing my Tyranids Hive Fleet Behemoth, and Kenny is joining us again with his Deathwatch, or the Deathwatch that he borrowed, in the MiniWarGaming vault at the link below. All I gotta say is that apparently that one unit term against is all about killing characters.
It's the murderers. They're murderers, dude. Those guys right in the middle. It was so I usually
it helps that you failed like 8 out of 10 4-up saves both times.
Yeah, it didn't help at all. The Blade Guard veterans died to the extra green. That was, so like at that point that was game because I had no influence over the middle of the board anymore.
Yes.
And typically once Marines lose influence in the middle of the board, that's game for the Marines, and that happens. Like you can't win. You can't always have a super close game. Sometimes the dice, even though 40K is good at pushing.
Well, Tempest of War especially, because if we really look at it, I get why you conceded after 2 turns.
Yeah.
I would have wanted to do the same.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not filming a battle report. If you saw that happen, you'd be like, okay, I'm done. Let's just re-rack and try again.
Yeah.
Because dice can totally change it. The cards you draw can totally change it. So Tempest of War, like you were down 15, 20 points.
That early on is...
Yeah. And so, and I would have gotten another 10, and who knows what secondary. You know what? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah.
What secondaries? Because this might even just like... nail in the coffin. Overwhelming firepower, easy. I can kill 3 things with shooting.
I'm already super
Storm
weak.
hostile objective, take an objective from you. Yeah, that's actually what I'm about to do right here.
That's almost automatic, yeah.
Oh no, I'm not sure if you have this one.
You would...
Because I might still have more guys on it than you. And so I'd have to take yours. So maybe not that one, but I have command points, so I'd throw that one away. Attempting target. Your opponent must identify 1 objective marker in no man's land, and if I control it. There's 2 of them, and I can control
so you get your points there.
And then I replace this one with capture enemy outpost, which is get your objective. Now that one is also not doable. These 2 though,
that's
no
an
problem.
Easy 10 points. So for myself, on my even after my turn, I'll get 5 points for my primary. So I'm only closing the gap by 10. So I'm still down by an additional 5 what I was already down. And I can only get rid of one of these on my turn. I would have got rid of overwhelming firepower, so I still would have been stuck with assassin.
Well, at the end of your turn, you can drop them.
That's what I mean. I would have dropped that at the end of my turn.
You can drop 2 of them though. If you can drop as many as you want at the end of your turn.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
I thought you could drop only 1.
No, that's the command. That's the command ability.
Well, then I would have dropped all 3 of them, and then not have done that one.
Yeah.
Can't take your objective. I can't take that one.
Well,
and
you might be able to get
actually,
one in the
maybe
middle.
that one. And blood and guts kill
3 things in close combat.
I don't think I'd have enough.
No, because after my turn, you're right. I would basically melt away anything that would be okay with that. Like you could probably kill these termagants. These ones would fall back, obviously, and then I would try to kill that Redemptor.
Yeah.
Killing 3 things in close combat would be very hard for you.
I wouldn't have much. I'd have not a lot left, to say the least.
Yeah, and everything over here is going to be in trouble as well, because those termagants would have fallen back after I grabbed the objective. They would have been like, okay, now we're out of here. And then we would have put smites, we would have put some shots, excrement to that, the Pyrovors to help soften up the Wolfen.
Right, yeah.
I would have left these guys in combat and just fight. They're fine. I would pop the Tyranid Warriors thing so that in combat 6s do 2 hits on, because that's the next. Or I might even get my extra resilient and pop my invuln.
Yeah.
Either way, Chronos is interesting. +4 to the range.
It was nice. But what I think this is my first experience with the new Tyranids. I haven't read the codex at all, so I was going in blind. Not that I didn't get got by any mechanics here. They're just better stats and they have access to interesting mechanics. But I really like this. Obviously, I like this. But you put a big brick of 30 dudes. It's hard enough to kill 30 dudes because a lot of people don't skew into overwhelming firepower like maybe
because everything's 2 damage now.
Everything's 2 damage now, right? So it's very efficient. Those 30-man bricks of bugs on the middle objective, just in no man's land typically, and then you're always getting back like a little bit more with the Tervagants and all that. That's kind of a cool mechanic. I don't know how. I think it's the utility of it's very powerful because you're always taking those objectives back.
The big thing for that is the change that Tervagants can be shielded.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't for that, then most armies would be like, okay, we'll just kill the Tervagants.
Absolutely. Yeah. If
like
I had
first turn, 1 dead Tervagon at least, maybe 2.
Yep.
And then then all of that cool bringing back is gone.
Yeah, exactly that. So you have to actually work at killing the screens before you can shoot the Turbogon. So it's a great rule built in. That bodyguard rule, very important for that build there. Typically with my list, I only brought the Wolf in because I haven't brought them in a long time. I'd have Long Fangs instead in reserve, and they pop out with all their multi-meltas, right? So like that's exactly what would happen. Pop out turn 2, try and kill the Turbogons with multi-meltas. In this case, I can't.
Right.
Because of bodyguard. That's amazing.
So you'd have to focus all your Gatling guns to shoot.
Exactly.
And you don't get me below 15. Then you can shoot them.
And most lists don't like run a lot of like massive like firepower like that to clear enough model. Like there's usually enough like small arms fire built in here and there to like clear off like 10 gaunts or like whatever 15 gaunts, but like to kill 60 or 60 gargoyles or something, no, you have to actually like skew a unit or two to be able to do that. Like the heavy onslaught. Typically, but a lot of people run the macroplasma now because it's just typically
so good.
It's just a really good gun, right?
Especially because you can do like weapons of the Dark Age. Do they have
the Dark Angels?
Oh, Dark Angels.
Yeah, Dark Angels do that one. But like even like just the 6-shot gun there, or the D6 shot, strength 3 or 3 damage shot, is very reliable. The heavy onslaught's amazing gun too, but like typically this one performs a little bit better. But I was happy to see the big horde of bugs have a lot of influence in the game.
Oh,
now,
yeah,
comically, they killed my characters. That wouldn't normally happen, but it was funny to see.
Well, you see it would normally happen because you crapped out on your 4-ups.
Yeah.
But they do now have a ridiculous amount of damage output.
They do have some good,
Well, in Chronos especially, because now they get that extra AP at half range, which is 11 inches.
Specifically, that extra AP is really nice.
Well, because when I could fire into the Blade Guard veteran, they're like, well, I have a 1-up save and cover.
Yeah.
It's like, well, all of a sudden you don't feel so comfortable with a 3-up save.
Yeah, 3-up save
with that many shots coming your way. You're like, these are Blade Guard veteran. I don't want to die to flesh borers.
You don't want to die at all to flesh borers.
No. And now the Excret is the one that really did him in.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
He was like, it's like he was tailored to kill Blade Guard veteran.
He's perfect at killing Gravis armor, Primaris stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're not that they're in Gravis armor, but they're 3
Yeah, because they're not toughness 5, right?
Yeah, they're not T5, but they are 3 wounds, which I don't really understand. I don't know why there are 3 wounds, but it is what it is.
Yeah, they're veterans, so you know reasons.
Reasons.
And so talking about some of the stuff on my side here, because it's kind of a new experience for the Tyranids. Big block of warriors with the Venom Cannons, Death Spitters. Awesome.
Good range, good support firepower.
And I forgot about my Warlord trait the whole time. He hands out a +1 to hit to a core unit. So they could have been hitting on 2s. The fact that they're Ballistic Skill 3-up now instead of 4-up like before. Now, it used to be that a Prime nearby would make them a 3-up, but it was a +1 to hit.
Yeah.
So that was your cap. Now they're 3-up, and now with the right Warlord trait, he can hand out a +1. And all of a sudden, you've got all these weapons. You throw Symbio Storm from Chronos, and they're strength 6 Death Spitters.
They're pretty much, they pretty much have 3 plasma cannons, I guess. Is what that's essentially what a Venom cannon is.
Strength 8 minus 2/2, is that what it is?
Oh, okay. It's a little bit worse AP, but it's the same idea. Yeah.
Hold on, let me double check.
I didn't mind. It was good support firepower from the back.
Strength 8 minus 3/2.
That's exactly a plasma cannon. It doesn't have the drawback in the 1 damage option, but
right, and it's assault. So
that's a lot better. Yeah.
So he can advance and still fire that. Doesn't have to worry about overheating.
And that's like a 1/3, I assume.
1/3. That's why there's 3 of them in a 9 block.
Yeah. And they're not.
But the 9 blocks just are so more effective because you paid for adrenal glands and toxin sacks once for the unit.
Yeah.
So it's like 15 points for 1 unit. So if you only bring 3, you're paying 5 points per model. Whereas you bring 9, you're paying like less than 2 points per model. It's like 1.6.
Yeah.
And that adrenal glands is great because even these guys, like before, it's like you would never care about these guys in close combat. With those 2 Scything Talons and adrenal glands, that's 5 attacks each, strength 6 minus 1.
Well, it's a great unit because you can just walk up the middle of the board, and it's not even that expensive. Do you know how much it is off the top of your head?
225?
Yeah, for a big brick.
255. So it's not cheap.
It's not the cheapest, I guess. I guess it went up
except for the Pyrovors.
Yeah.
You go around the table and everything's like 170, 200, 250. It's like all around that. But it all feels pretty good. Because the Pyrovors are pretty cheap. They're 30 points a pop.
Yeah, the Pyrovors are excellent. That's like a lot of people are going to be running them. I would imagine.
Oh, and I think so. I think you'll see. I don't know if that will be the Tyrannocyte Pyrovors thing, because honestly, with their range, in Chronos especially, like 16-inch base range, and then 22 on their secondary shot, I think you can start them on the table just kind of sitting back.
Yeah, you could do strategic reserves. You can start them on the table. This isn't bad, but their base is so big that it doesn't allow you to do too much.
Maybe Yoremonger, because Yoremonger has a stratagem to put a unit underground.
Oh yeah,
and you can do that twice in a strike force. So you could put 2 of those units underground and pop them up. But honestly, when I play Yoremonger, it's going to be all about Trigons and Raveners and Molochs.
That's the idea, right? Yeah.
Well, that's what I want to do, right? I want to see your subterranean assault kind of, because that's what Yoremonger used to always be about.
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
Yeah.
I liked everything I've seen with the bugs here, though. Like nothing to be screamed like though. They just did Tyranid things.
And Exocrine.
Yeah.
He's buffed for sure.
Yeah, I always kind of respected him before. Now he's,
before he was weird.
He had like 6 shots automatic.
He was
right?
6 shots, so he stood still. It was 12, so you had to stand
Yeah.
still, or use a stratagem if you moved, because then he would count as standing still. But their strength 8 minus 2. No, their strength 8 minus 3 2.
Yeah, now
and you could spend 2 command points to make it damage 3.
Now it's always damage.
Now it's always damage 3, and it's 6 plus D3 shots.
Yeah.
So it's technically less shots.
And damage, I don't think damage 3 is overboard for that guy because there's so many things in this game that are damage reduction by 1 that, like, if him firing at a Dreadnought before would have felt so bad.
Yeah.
Now it's not too
Well, you
bad.
gotta spend 2 command points just to get it back up to
just
2.
to get back to what it should have always been. Right?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
not always been. They just need to be up. They need to be brought into what 9th edition is.
And I didn't even bring Tyrannifexes. Like, their Rupture Cannon is 3 shots, and it's like strength 14 minus 5. I can't remember. It's
Oh,
something,
that's right, because he doesn't
like
shoot
D6
twice anymore. That's right.
It's
yeah.
like D6 plus 4 damage now.
Yeah, because what they did is, well, what Matthew was saying earlier, because like the Tyrannifex and the Execrete used to have, if they stood still, they double their shots, but now they just can move and they have like 50% more shots. So it's kind of
The
the same.
Execrate's a little less than that, but the Tyrannifex basically is that. Hold on, I'm looking at it now. Strength 14 minus 4, D6 plus 4 damage.
Yeah, minus 4 is really good.
Yeah, and it's
D6 plus 4?
Yeah.
So it's minimum 5. That's a
Yeah.
weird one. Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 damage all the way up to 10, I guess,
I wonder why they decided D6 plus 4.
instead of like 6 plus D3
Or like 3 plus D3 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
D6
It's a big
plus 4.
gun. It's only got 3 shots. I get that.
It hits on 3s, and it has nothing that can really help it beyond that. So it's just you're rolling your hits. Now,
You just
mind
roll
you,
dice, yeah.
I know he's not core, so I couldn't hand out the +1 to hit to him, or a lot of the other things too. So he's really just relying on his own thing.
Like how realistically, like 3 shots with no real support to it. How
Well,
like
it's 2 hits,
Yeah.
and the most likely wounded on 2. So you're
Yeah.
most likely getting 2 wounds that somebody's going to have to take an invuln against otherwise. So it's got specific roles, right? Like if you let's put it this way: if you bring in the Leviathan, and you don't swap out the adaptive trait, then whenever they fight or shoot, they can reroll 1 hit roll. So all of a sudden, Leviathan. That's why I like Leviathan. I think if you're only going to play 1 Hive Fleet, Leviathan is it. Not because of the the transhuman part, but because it doesn't skew into shooting or fighting.
Yeah.
It just has survivability stuff and has really good adaptive stuff. So you can reuse things that you've already used and all that.
Their
So-
rerolls are nice too, right? And the consistency is good,
Yeah.
especially on things like Rupture Cannons or.
And I'm not even saying that's like the tournament one. It's more just like I really like the flexibility.
Well, it's the most flexible one, yeah. Like, funny enough, you look at like the custodians, the Emperor. I can't remember what the main host is, the Emperor's Chosen or the Guardians of the Emperor, the Golden Boys.
Yeah.
That's the most flexible one, but it's the most competitive one too, by far. Like leaps and bounds.
Yeah. The more flexibility you have, especially if you're going into going into blind what you're playing, then obviously that's good. I really look forward to playing through the Hive Fleets. So this got my shooting kick in.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it was so hard to build the list though because I wanted to try out Tyrannifexes. I wanted to try out Hive Guard, even though I know that a lot of people think they're nerfed. I think you have to just kind of look at them differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a different role now. And so I look forward to just trying out that kind of stuff. But now I look forward to doing Behemoth, which I would focus on just close combat.
Yeah.
And just tooling up Hormagaunts and maybe Carnifexes. Eventually I'm going to do an all Carnifex list to show that maybe they're okay. I doubt it though. Because even though with all the increased attacks, they're still just as survivable as old Carnifexes were.
Right. Yeah.
In Crusher Stampede, that is, because they have -1 damage. So I have a feeling that they're still just going to die really easily and not be super effective. But we'll see. I can hope, right? I've got like 15 Carnifexes just waiting to be used. Sure, that I can use them.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Well, some of them are the Stone Crushers, so I have to wait for the
Yeah.
Imperial Armor update before I can
that's
release
right.
them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because now they're just weird rules. So, but yeah, like Behemoth will be close combat. Kraken is a good mix as well. Yormonger's all about jumping out from underground, so I'll try all that out. Hydra and Gorgon. Gorgon's all about poison, so everybody wounds on 4s. Shooting, close combat, doesn't matter, unless you're a vehicle. I think Monster as well might not get it, but it might just be vehicles. So that's pretty cool. Like
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just although it's funny because all the guns are strength 5 or higher.
Yeah, so typically they're wounding on 4s on the appropriate targets regardless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you can get them up to the whatever. I don't know. There's some things I want to try out, so I look forward to that. Well, anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this. Leave your thoughts below on what you'd like to see me try out the Tyranids. And thanks for playing, Luka. Even if the dice kind of
Well, they tried.
they skewed it for you a little bit.
Every little plan I made there just failed by a little bit too much, right? Like it was like, and then that adds up.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
totally. Well, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Happy working.